courtside watching your favorite player make a breakaway.
Shoots, and he scores!
It even goes well with away games. This is the Pepsi that was made for your mom's famous 5-alarm chili. You know, the one she refuses to give the recipe to.
Never gonna happen.
Don't worry, your secret's safe with us. This is the Pepsi that makes you say, hee, ba 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 ba, and baby. This is the Pepsi for those who are forever fun. This is the Pepsi for every generation.
Since 1967, Catawba Valley Health System has built a tradition of strong relationships with the people, businesses, and communities of the Catawba Valley. As the region's largest not-for-profit community health system, our mission includes improving the health status of the region and serving as the health safety net for the community by caring for all in need, regardless of ability to pay and without the use of tax dollars. Catawba Valley Health System is proud to support the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears as part of our commitment to the community. Go Bears!
At People's Bank, we believe what makes you different makes you exceptional. Maybe you're a great listener or teach kids to read. Perhaps you rescue dogs or own your own bakery. What's unique about you is what we cherish most. With a name like People's Bank, you know we care about people, and we're here to help you achieve exceptional goals. People's Bank, the exceptional. Member
Back here at Moret Stadium, Moose Field on the campus of Lenoir-Rhyne University as Newberry College will take on the Bears of Lenoir-Rhyne. LR comes in 8th ranked in the nation and 2-0 on the season. Newberry is 2-0. Bears are going to kick it off, and here we go. We're underway. Jefferson Norwood, foot to football, toe to ball, and here we go. It's picked up at the 9, going right side in front of the Newberry bench, far side up across the 30, 35, 40, and close to the 41-yard line. Nice return that time by the Red Wolves, getting some really good field position. That's Dustin Rayfield getting the return, and they'll get it at about the 40-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, the Bears are going to have to fight off to this early enthusiasm. Newberry's going to come out really excited, really enthusiastic, ready to play because they've lost 2 games. They're not even thinking about being 0-3 on this season.
And they'll come out with Dre Harris as the starting quarterback. He's in the gun. They got 4 receivers out and 1 running back to his right hip. Man comes in motion here near side in front of him. They run a jet sweep to the right-hand side. Going around the right end and picking up some pretty good yardage is Bobby Irby, the junior out of Irmo, South Carolina, before being brought down by Artis. Pickup of 8 on the play. So a good first play by the Red Wolves, who came in averaging about 25 points a game, Jack, but only about 18 yards or 118 yards on the ground.
Well, they haven't had to run the football probably as much because they've been behind, so they've thrown the ball a little bit more.
2nd and short now, 47 of Newberry. Turn, hand it off again, trying to sweep left side, and will cut the corner into LR territory and picks up the first down. That's Catrez Cook, a junior out of Gilbert, South Carolina. So Newberry in 2 plays gets into LR territory at the 40.
They have some very, very fine-looking athletes. They're long and lean, and their offensive line is a good-looking bunch. They can move the football. And the Bears have got to fight this off because I'm telling you, right off the gun, they're tough.
Quick throw over here. Ball's incomplete. They try to get the receiver that time, Irby, on a little quick hitch in front of the line of scrimmage with a blocker in front, but it fell incomplete. 2nd and 10. Clock stops. Just underway. We've played about a minute here at Moret Stadium. Nice crowd on hand. It is middle school day here in Catawba County. They are here, and the Bears are dressed in their new black uniforms with their cardinal pants. Newberry in all white, and they have the silver pants with a red stripe with the silver helmets. 2nd down, 10. Quarterback, Harris in the gun, standing at his 45. Delay handoff. No running room this time. Bears surround him again. Good play on Cook, the running back, as looks like the inside linebacker starting tonight is Quentin Hayes. He made the stop along with Amari Houston in on the stop for the Bears. 3rd down and 10 after a gain of nothing against Newberry.
They have some awfully quick receivers as well. We haven't seen them try to go deep. Remember last week we had a little difficulty with that deep ball, and we had a little trouble. I'll look for that before the evening's over.
3rd and 10, back to pass. Deep drop. Quarterback scrambling right under some pressure. Throws it. Man had it. Wide open.
And dropped
it for the first.
delay of game and move it back 5 and punt the football. That's the only thing I could see they would do here.
Try to pin the Bears back, and we talked to head coach Drew Cronick. Let's get a couple of thoughts on Coach Cronick and his thoughts about Newberry tonight.
They're a lot like most of the Newberry teams. They're athletic, and they've had a coach that's been there a while, so they have a system in place. And then offensively, they're going to be more complex than what we've seen the first 2 weeks. A lot of smoke and mirrors, a lot of bells and whistles. Quarterback is a very good athlete, and he's making good decisions. They have some skill guys. So this will be the biggest challenge our defense has faced so far. On their defense, our offensive end, they're big and fast and physical, and they line up and they play. They don't try to disguise a whole lot of stuff. They don't try to do a lot of different things. They line up and they play good football, and they're a good team, and they will challenge us. Could easily be sitting here 2-0, so we're not fooled. I promise you. They're good.
Head coach Drew Cronick, we saw the punt go in the end zone, so the Bears are going to get it after the touchback. 1st and 10 now, and LR's offense coming out averaging 48 a game. Changes up front for the Bears offensively. Along the offensive line, a whole new left side for LR. We'll get to it in a second. Wing T look. Turn, hand it off, flag down. This Stevens. Stevens getting the start. He's off to a slow start this year, leading rusher last year, but gets the start tonight. The sophomore out of Savannah. Looks like it's going to be a penalty against LR.
Yeah, the flag I believe is on us. They jumped, but they moved back, but the flag came from this side. That bothers me a little bit, so I would guess it's on.
It's on them.
No, they lined up. Yeah, they lined up all side. Good call, Lanny.
Lanny Ford,
They jumped over there, Lanny, but he must have lined up all side because he didn't throw the flag until the ball was snapped.
Well, they came off, and it was across the line when he snapped the ball. That's a good call on the center.
So it's now 1st and 5 now for the Bears at the 25. Quick drop. Willingham completes it over there, close to a first down to Hampton, as Demarius Hampton tried to get close to the markers over there, but he's going to be shy. A gain of 4 on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and short.
And the Bears tonight, we've been talking about seeing some new wrinkles and things like that, Mike, Juju, and I think tonight's the night we see it. We're going to probably see all the stops come out tonight. There won't be anything held back in this game.
Bears bunch the formation a little bit, and then one receiver far side. They shift the offensive line. Tate Beaver checks in at fullback. They turn and hand it off. This is Jace Jordan. He gets the call. First carry in an LR uniform, and a big gain for Jordan as he picks up 25 yards and a first down for the Bears.
That's a guy we've been waiting on. He came from the Reinhardt University, a school where Coach Cronick had previously coached it with his dad. And he's an excellent athlete. Been waiting to take a look at him.
Here's Beaver, the fullback out of Fred T. Ford, drives forward. He'll pick up probably 1 or 2 on the play. They ran the play before the markers were even set. Jace Jordan, interesting story. Jackie broke his jaw during some summer workouts. Transfer from Reinhardt. He's a junior and one of the fastest players on the team. He's been out for the first 2 weeks, but they hope to use him tonight. And he reeled off a big gain on his first carry in an LR uniform, and he's in there now, the right wing. Man in motion here near side. They turn and hand it off. This is Young trying to sweep the corner. 35 does. Flag down. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown.
He did. He stepped out. Good call.
There's a flag right here, though. It's going to be a holding penalty on the Bears. That's all it could be. There was a real conglomerate of players right there where he made that turn. There were about 4 black jerseys and there were about 4 white jerseys, and they were all in there together. Number 25. How about that? Jace Jordan runs a nice run, and then he gets a touchdown call back. Well, he didn't call it back because he stepped out of bounds there, and he got it. But amazing. It's just one of those things the Bears, these are the kind of things the Bears have had a little difficulty in the first couple games, and they didn't seem to matter. But now they do because you're playing somebody like Newberry.
Again, a new offensive line. Blake Jefferson getting his first start as a freshman at center. And another freshman, Logan Kessler, will be the left guard. Bears send a man in motion. They play action pass. Willingham looking left, throws left, caught. This is running with the ball 35 down to close to the first down.
Hampton.
Demarius Hampton picked up a nice chunk of yardage, about 14 on the play, and it's going to bring up now a 3rd and short.
Yeah, the Bears made a good comeback right there. They didn't get penalized. Well, from the penalty where it was, they didn't have, but it was still a 1st and 10 or a 2nd and 10.
This is a run forward for Bradley, another freshman, Rajay Bradley out of Waycross, Georgia.
He got the first. The guy's waving him down. He got the first. That was a little close there right there, Lanny. I wasn't sure about that one.
I'll tell you something. Just early, guys, I'm more impressed with Newberry's offensive line than their defensive line. The offensive line is pretty quick, but I don't know how they can keep up with us with the numbers we got.
1st and 10 now. Bears have it. 10:44 to go here in the first. No score. LR driving left to right here. Turns, hands it off right side. This is Mitchell trying to cut the corner. Does a little bit, stumbles and thrown out of bounds. Jaquay Mitchell picks up good yardage, though. About 6 on the play. 2nd down and 4.
That might have been a mistake getting it. He gained good yardage on it. Don't get me wrong, but boy, it looked like when he planted that foot, he might go upfield. Looked like he had a chance to really run by some folks, but he took it on out to the outside and still made a 7-yard gain out of it. So, when you're running the football, as Mike McCree knows, who's joined us now, sometimes you see things that they don't see up here.
2nd and short now. Turn, hands it off. This is Stevens, first down, head down. Driving forward inside the 20, down to the 18, and a Bears first down, brought to you by Custom Design Group, the official clothier of Lenoir-Rhyne football, and the Bears march it down to about the 17.
I said this last year, and it's true again this year. The Bears strike you across so many fronts. That's what makes it hard to defend. They strike you, inside, outside, up the middle. They trap you. They run option. They run pass, play action. They do a little bit of everything, and it makes the defense kind of play a vanilla.
So a Bear receiver, Saheem
14.
Brooks.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah, Saheem Brooks.
Boy, that's
the junior out of Hanahan.
You're a wide receiver, G. But you cannot line up offside as a wide receiver. You turn to that official over there and you say, I'm right here, and he says, you're good.
Or not, you're right.
Man alive. This is one of those little 5-yard penalties now. You're down here inside the 20-yard line. This is one of those little 5-yard penalties sometimes hard to overcome. Let's see if the Bears can pick up this first down.
Bears close to the Turf Pro red zone. Here right now, it's 1st and 15. It's back now to the 28.
We were in the red zone.
We were. Bears shift their offensive line again. Wing T, one receiver, and again, left
don't
tackle.
move.
Left tackle moves that time. One of the newcomers for Lenoir-Rhyne. They check in again. This is number 51. Ian Brinson.
He's listed as a right tackle. He's playing left tackle, and Ronnie Clifton's been moved. Let's see how they wind up. This should give us a 5 yards back. I believe they called.
That's the right call.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had 3 to penetrate before we ever moved.
Right. They caused us to move offside, so it gets it back to a 1st and 10. We appreciate that. Plus, Newberry was misaligned there. I don't know if you could see it, Lanny, but they only had one guy over there against the trips side like there. They shifted somebody down this time.
They didn't adjust when they do this line shift.
Oh,
no, we jumped.
And see, that's what happens when you get a new line there. That's your new man in there, number 62, Logan Kiesler. He's not used to playing that much. He's played some in the first 2 games, I'm sure, because the second unit's got time, but it's a different when you got Newberry across the line from him.
Probably got the little bit of the butterflies as well, getting his first start as a Bear. He's starting on the left guard position. Blake Jefferson, a freshman out of Atlanta, getting the start at center, and they switch Ronnie Clifton, the starting center, out to left tackle where he's at right now. So it's now 1st and 15. Bears shift again. Here comes Newberry across the line.
It's going to be another. The thing about this is Newberry, I would think Newberry practiced this quite a bit, because we do it all the time. This is not something new. But now it's cost us. We get it back, but it's cost us because we got new people in there, But, Coach does this to try to get his best blockers where he wants them for run plays. That's exactly why he does it.
1st and 10 now. Turn, handed off. Jordan trying to cut the right side. He is swung down and gets up to about the 15. Jace Jordan picks up about 3 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7. The ball is squarely at the 15, and that is on the right hash here near side in front of the Lenoir-Rhyne bench. Shadows are creeping in here at Moret Stadium. A great crowd on hand. Last home game, over 7,000. We're expecting a crowd of nearly 5,000 to 6,000 here tonight, Jack.
Yeah, it's a good crowd, too. You can always tell because all the tailgaters haven't come in yet. A lot of them are out there, I hope, listening to us on the radio.
Downloading your app as the Bears continue to hold the football. What is that, Michael McLean? 11 plays? 11 plays. Beaver driving forward. Tate gets inside the 15, down to the 13. Final score? Appalachian State on top of North Carolina now 37-27, fourth quarter. Third down and 7.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, we all said sitting around the table the other day that there was an opportunity. The Appalachian could definitely beat them if they played well.
Yep. Carolina wasn't a 3-point favorite.
Third down and long now for the Bears. They turn and hand it off right side. Mitchell breaks one tackle, stiff arms another, swings by one, dives forward close to the first down. Nope, he's going to be a couple of yards shy at about the 11-yard line. That's going to bring up a 4th and 2 for the Bears.
Got to be field goal here. You got to go. This is too good a drive. You got to put 3 up here if you can, because that's too good a drive not to. But, the Bears got down there and started having the difficulties with the offsides and jumping around and that kind of thing, and then kind of lost their rhythm down there. We had a great rhythm going, and then all of a sudden everything went pot. It just really was not pretty, those last 3 plays.
29-yard field goal attempt by Elbaugh. Ball set at the 19. Snap, hold, and kick. All-conference kicker is up and good. 7:11 to go. Bears march at 14 plays for 80 yards. Get on the board first. With 7:11 to go here in the first quarter, it's LR 3 and Newberry nothing. Stay with us. This is the Bears Sports Network, powered by Carolina West Wireless.
Okay, fellas, listen up. We're going to run a 10-9 slant on 2. Ready?
Man, it's hot out here. I sure could use a cheer one.
This isn't the time for that, Baker.
That perfect fizz with just the right cherry kick.
Come on, we got to focus here.
He's right. Nobody does cherry like Cheerwine.
I like mine with tiny ice. Love tiny ice. Cheerwine goes great with barbecue, too.
Listen, we win and I'll buy you.
This? I was playing catch a little too hard with the dog. He's got quite an arm. I've been through this before. It'll be better in a couple of days. Probably.
Visit one of Ortho Carolina's specialists right away by logging on to orthocarolina.com. Leave the waiting to this guy.
Come on, honey.
Ortho Carolina. You improved.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Hey, he needs some red mittens. Them big red fuzzy mittens. They're not paying any attention to him.
Well, they might be doing commercials on Facebook Live tonight.
Lanny Ford, Jack Huss, Mike McCree, Juju Phillips here. South Atlantic Conference opener tonight in Hickory, North Carolina. 3-0 in favor of the Bears. Norwood with the kick. High kick. Receiver Irby picks it up at the 8. Sweeping right. Gets it up close. Flag down. Ball up to about the 30. We'll see what the flag's about. We've had a plethora of flags so far.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, that flag's, well, he's moving it down the field. It was in a funny place because it was so far away from where the action was. Yeah, it's going to be against Newberry. But, Newberry had a great drive, and were it not for a receiver dropping a ball right in his hands, they might have scored a touchdown or took it on in. We don't know, because on third down, the receiver was wide open, and the ball hit him right in the hands. He just flat dropped it. They had a drive, didn't last very long because they hit about 4 straight big plays, a run, a couple of nice runs and throws and that kind of thing. And then the Bears took it and ground it down the field, which is what we're used to seeing from the Bears. And, so to speak, about the 15-yard line and wound up with the field goal.
14 plays, 80 yards.
They have great big play potential, though. They're running backs, they're wide receivers. They have great big play potential. We have to limit those plays tonight.
Trey Harris is the quarterback. He's run for 300 yards, and he's passed for about 200 so far in a couple of games. He'll keep it this time, right side, and he is met on the right side by, right now, the team MVP in my eyes is Jaquan Artis. He has had a great season thus far. He's second in the nation with 4 sacks. He's number 1 in the country, Jack, in tackles for loss, and that time he held the quarterback on the keeper to only 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9.
And I'm glad Trey Harris didn't hand it off because, boy, they turned the corner out here. We didn't have a whole lot of folks out here when that number 22 got out here.
And Artis crashed down from his left defensive end position. Again, out of the gun, empty set. Back to pass, Harris. Time. Scrambling. Now he's under pressure. Looking left. Fires downfield. It is caught for the first down in front of the LR bench at the 37-yard line. Nice throw and catch by the Red Wolves.
That's what makes it so tough to be a defensive back there. That was number 29, Javoris Smith. He just lost his man, and when the quarterback scramble, it's very difficult. This guy's mobile. He's not going to be easy to pin him up and get sacks. He scrambled outside, and Javoris Smith just lost his man and gave up a nice 20-yard gain to Newberry.
1st and 10 now, man in motion. Back to pass. Here's a quarterback draw. Is rough running with the football up close to about the 38. Goes Dre Harris, and Harris stopped by the Bears front line, led by Clayton Horn. That'll be a pickup of about maybe 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6 at the 40-yard line.
We'll see some good teams this year with speed, but we won't see anybody that has more speed in more positions, both on offense and defense. If you watch their defense on that last play, they had 11 guys almost at the football by the time they got Jaquay Mitchell down.
2nd down and 7. Call it a gain of 3. Sends a man in motion. Play action over here. Pass to the man that went in motion. Gets a good block on the corner, and down he goes. Down the sidelines, being pushed out by Kyle Duggar. Good block on the seal block over there by the receiver. A screen pass, and they took it for about a 25-yard gain and a 1st down.
Yeah, the Bear cornerbacks have just had a rough 2 games. They have not had a lot of success, and they've got to play well. Our corners, Ivan Milliken and Javor Smith, they played well in the past, and they have to play well this year. And so far, Milliken just got caught by their block inside, and we couldn't get out there. They were trying very hard. The Clayton Horn almost got there, but he couldn't get there, and they can make big plays on you just like that real quick.
1st and 10, 32 now of LR. Harris again, delayed draw, handoff right side, tackle by Williams, Sherrod Williams. We haven't called his number a whole lot this year, but he made a nice one-on-one stop to Cook. But he picked up 4 on the play, 2nd and 6. One thing we're noticing, Newberry's passing attack, Jack, they're getting rid of the ball, getting the ball out of the hands in a hurry, not letting our pass rush have an effect.
Well, if I had the receivers they do, they can do it both ways, but when they scramble, they throw the ball down the field. That's happened twice. But a lot of their predetermined balls are just, fall on that thing. A lot of their predetermined, are quick throws to the outside, get it to those speedy receivers and let them run with it.
Newberry has been plagued by fumbles, and they've been plagued by penalties this year. So a fumbled snap recovered by the Red Wolves. A loss on the play, 3rd and 9. And the crowd rises. See if the Bears can get a sack or some pressure.
What we don't want is a scramble. 2 of their biggest plays have been plays when he scrambled around and the receiver was able to get wide open both times he scrambled.
Man in motion, back to pass. Deep drop. Dumps it off here to the receiver. Running back, and he breaks a tackle, dives forward, close to the 1st down, goes Johnson.
He's going to be short by a yard, but they can go for it.
Again, that was Johnson. He's the wide receiver, Talik Johnson, out of Bennettsville, South Carolina. Transfer from the Citadel. Yard shy, as you guys called it, they're going to bring on the field goal. Here it's 4th and 1. We're down to 3 minutes to go before the end of the 1st quarter. Bears on top here. 3-0, Newberry looking to tie it.
That's 4-down territory.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm really surprised at this. This could be, I don't know if it'll be a fake or not. Man, I'd thought he was going to go for it at 4th and 1.
Shea Rogers is the kicker. Snap from the 40. Kick is long enough, high enough, and good. 3-3, 2:55 to go in the 1st. Back with more on the Bears Sports Network, powered by Carolina West Wireless.
It's Nick at Paramount Automotive, and we're proud to sponsor Lenoir-Rhyne football. Go Bears! Come see us on Highway 70. We've got a huge inventory of new Volkswagens, Volvos, Porsches, Hyundais, and
Newberry had a nice mixture, Jack, against that Bear defense of running the ball and throwing the ball to get on the board.
Yeah, and they haven't been stopped too much there. They've made some pretty good plays. They stopped themselves with a drop pass and then a fumble snap on 2nd down that made it 3rd and long.
Nice deep kick. And that's going to drive the return man to the end zone, and back with it is Mitchell. Has a hole to the 25-30, nearly broke it, tackled. A shoestring tackle. He had a hole there for a second, and he got it up to the 30, goes senior Jaquay Mitchell out of Southern Nash, and a first down for the Bears.
And the Bears, again, there's been no punts in this ball game. We're 2 minutes and 49 seconds from the end of the first quarter. No punts. Both teams have been able to move the ball. The Bears have had it once, Newberry twice, and so far nobody's been stopped.
Looking on the scoreboard around the sack earlier today, conference play, Mars Hill defeats Virginia Wise 21-14. Tusculum knocks off Limestone 38-10. Conference opening wins for those two schools. Stevens turn and give to the fullback, and he's met at the line, thrown back. No gain on the play as the Bears try to test the middle of the field. Lanny, let's go down to you on the Carolina West Wireless sideline for a report and kind of the mood for Lenoir-Rhyne right now.
I'm a little bit surprised that we keep pounding up inside. We haven't had much success. You got, I think 2 freshmen that are in there starting, first game starters. Maybe he's just trying to test them a little bit and then try to rock them something outside. But they playing it pretty tough up front.
2nd and 10 now. Play action pass. Willingham over here to Hampton. He's open, catches it first down. Nice deep out over on the far side to Demarius Hampton, his 3rd reception, I believe, of this first quarter, and the Bears get the first down close to midfield at the 46.
Lanny, I think the same thing sometimes, and then you realize you saw example of exactly why we do that. He just faked that same play and threw the football. We do so much off of that run fake where we fake the fullback inside.
Well, there's an option.
Yeah, turn it up. Let's go.
And this is Jordan on the option play. Gets the hole to the 30-yard line, down to the 15, and drug down. Jace Jordan, that's a flag as well.
Yep.
Horse collar against Jace Jordan gets the carry. He takes it from about midfield down to, that's about a 40-yard pickup for the Bear running back in his first game in an LR uniform. We heard from the coaches all preseason. He is the guy to watch, maybe the fastest player on the team. Transfer from Reinhardt, and he broke it that time. His second big run of this first quarter.
And I told you we might see some. That was true option. That's the first true option we've seen. We've seen some little stuff that kind of looked like option. That was a true option right there that they ran.
They picked that one up, guys.
Yeah. They picked up the horse collar?
Yeah, Coach Connick is not happy.
I don't blame him. But anyway, that the Jordan kid, we heard about him, and you told me before the game, they keep jumping. Now, I don't know, you would think Newberry would be prepared for this. I'm really surprised because they, this is something we do all the time. They bound to practice this.
Again, Jace is a player that was over 1,000 yards in rushing and receiving in each of his first 2 seasons at Reinhardt. And NAIA school, played for the national championship 2 years ago and was a starter as a freshman when Bears wide receivers coach Tim Foster recruited Jace Jordan out of Georgia, and he has made a definite impact in his first game as a Bear. Bears have it now, 1st and 5. Ball is at about the 12. Man in motion, handoff. Beaver gets it inside the 59 to the 10, down to the 5, and in close to the end zone, down to the 2. Tate Beaver just kind of weaved his way in between some of those big guys in front and took it for the first down and goal for the Bears.
That's why we keep running it, Lanny. Every once in a while it pops.
Beaver again looks for a hole, puts his head down.
He got it over.
He did. Touchdown. Flag down. 44 gets into the end zone. Tate Beaver, let's see what the flag is all about.
If you'll give him 2 steps through the line, he's going to hurt somebody.
I'll tell you, it's surprising, though. He showed some early in the first game when he got in there, running ability. But, I've been surprised with Bradley and Stevens and Warren Bell. We got some really good fullbacks. He's made a big impression on coach in practice to get in here this early in this type of ball game to get this much playing time.
5 plays, 69 yards. The flag's against Newberry, and it's a touchdown for Tate Beaver and the Bears. It's now breaking the 3-3 tie with 1:05 to go. Bears on top now, 9-3. And they go the distance that time, smartly down the field. And that's a sharp-looking drive, maybe the best we've seen so far this year.
Yeah, and he had to work for that, too. Tate Beaver, that was not an easy run it in the end zone touchdown. He had to work for that one.
Here's the extra point attempt. Once again, Alba, kick is up. And good. 10-3, Bears get back on top, 1:05 to go in the first. Stay with us. More on the Bears Sports Radio Network, powered by Carolina West Wireless.
Center Street East, conveniently located in Beaumont, is proud to be an official sponsor.
In Hickory, we want to see you driving a new Kia or, hey, a quality pre-owned Kia. We've got a huge selection of new and pre-owned Kias. You got to get to Paramount Kia in Hickory, Highway 70, ParamountKia.com.
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being a student athlete and pursue that within my career and to get a master's degree. If I wouldn't have had a baseball scholarship, there'd be no chance that I'm doing what I'm doing today.
Ortho Carolina has urgent care centers open nights and weekends for fractures, strains, and sprains. That's Ortho Carolina. OrthoCarolina.com. You improved.
Bears go ahead 10-3. First touchdown of the ball game. Late stages first quarter. Tate Beaver on the short run. And here's the kick by Norwood. He'll take the return man back to his 3. Again in front of the Newberry bench, and a nice tackle on the far side. Down he goes in a hurry, coming down a big tackle by the Bears special teams that time.
It's 6 or 8. Trey Luttrell, number 6.
Yep, Trey Luttrell, and Trey was a quarterback and a wide receiver in high school.
And he covers on the kickoff.
Does he?
I stand corrected on one thing I said earlier. I said there had not been a punt. Newberry did punt the ball on their first possession, and I kind of lost track a little bit because I thought they had tried a field goal, but that was their second possession.
Good play on the special teams. Newberry will start inside their own 20 now at the 18, 1st and 10. Quarterback Harris in the gun. 3 receivers, 1 running back. They'll hand it off to the running back, and he cuts the corner and picks up good yardage. Running with the ball again. He has been able to cut the corner, and that is Cook. He's a big fella, 6'1", 215 junior, and he picked up the first down on an 11-yard run.
They're getting to our outside very easily. It doesn't look real hard. Their wide receivers I'm going to watch them next time they go wide. Their wide receivers must be doing a heck of a job blocking because they're getting outside of us real easy, and a lot of times they can do that with those cracks on by those wide receivers.
They're honoring the quarterback a lot more, Jack. Afraid he's going to cut it up inside.
Yeah, he's the athlete, too. He can do it.
They got 2 men in running back with quarterback in the gun. They hand it off to the second back in the backfield, and the Bears surround him and throw him down. Logan Bailey on the carry, and the Bears that time got some good penetration by Quentin Hayes on the far side, along with Sherrod Williams over there, and that's a pickup of 1, 2nd and 9.
That's what you want to do with that play is stretch it out, make him run sideways. If he's running toward the boundary, he's not running toward your goal line, and that's a good thing. Going to be the end of the quarter before they snap it.
End of the first quarter, Bears lead here 10-3. Stay with us, more on the Bears Sports Network, powered by Carolina West Wireless.
At People's Bank, we believe what makes you different makes you exceptional.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Back here as we start the second quarter of play. Bears on top over Newberry, South Atlantic Conference opener. I didn't realize this is the 86th meeting between these two schools. For Newberry, it's their longest continuous rival on their schedule.
Yeah, it goes way, way back. 86 years. Mike McCree was a freshman, I think, the first year.
And you were what, a sophomore?
I was a sophomore, yeah.
We'll get the first half stats brought to you by Custom Design Group coming up in just a minute. But we're ready to go here. First play of the second quarter, 2nd and 9. Ball is at the 28 of Newberry. They'll come out of the gun again. 3 receivers out. They have the ball in the near side hash. Quarterback is Harris. He's out of the gun. Running back to his left hip, takes the snap, goes left on the option. He's going to keep it, tries to cut the corner, met by a missile, and that's number 2. That's Kyle Duggar. He hits him, knocks him down, a gain of about 2 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6. One of the Newberry linemen kind of getting up slowly right now, but that was a good play by Duggar coming up from his safety position.
The quarterback, Dre Harris, is a real athlete. He's a redshirt sophomore. He can throw the football, but, boy, he is a real threat. As Juju said to start with, he's got like 300 yards rushing in 2 games. So he's carrying the football a lot and toting it pretty well tonight.
0-2 are the Red Wolves. 3rd down and 6. Quick drop throw over here. Wide receiver screen, and it is shy of the first down. Irby coming in on the reception. But, again, I think, Lanny, is that not number 2 making the tackle, Kyle Duggar?
He is your man. And, the other thing you're talking about, what they do when they're honoring him, if he does a really slow read on the give, that's when they get some progress. If he gives it quick, we're all over it.
We're going to see right now what they're, I'm going to be real surprised. Of course, knowing Coach Knight, I don't know. He may say we're going to kick it to him and cover it.
They do. High kick.
No, he kicked it it real high and real short.
And a short kick and a fair catch by Duggar. Jack's talking about in this game last year, Bears were trailing by 2 touchdowns start the second half, and Kyle Duggar returned not 1 but 2 punts for touchdowns, swung the momentum in LR's favor, and they went on to win that tough road game at Newberry, maybe one of the signature wins for Coach Drew Cronick last year.
Shea Rogers, their kicker, he's a kicker, place kicker and punter. He does both, and he's a senior. He said, you're not going to return this. He kicked that ball extremely high. He was sacrificing distance. I watched him in warm-up. He can kick it further, but he was going to kick that high.
So the Bears have it, near side hash, 1st and 10, 25-yard line. Co-captain Grayson Willingham.
Got to be on the Bears. I tell you what, the Bears are just having fits in there with the new people. I don't know if that's causing the problem or not, but it probably is. But they're having a lot of difficulty getting the signals.
You got a couple of stats you want to mention on the Custom Design Group stat sheet.
Well, the Bears had 16 plays for 137 yards. Newberry had 14 plays for 89 yards, so the Bears had a good deal more yardage. Other than that, outside of penalties, Newberry was penalized 5 times for 30 yards, and the Bears 3 times for 21.
Now 4 times. So 9 penalties in this game, and 13:40 to go in the second quarter. LR leads 10-3, 1st and 15. Willingham under center. Turns and hands it off up the middle. They try to test the middle of that Newberry defense. Up to about the 23. That's going to be a pickup of 5 on the – nope, that's going to be a pickup of 3 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
No, second down. Yeah, they had the 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, they moved it. 2nd and 12.
That's the first 3 and out of the game. The Bears got the first 3 and out, and then automatically get a 5-yard penalty and start 1st and 15 in their own territory.
Man in motion goes Young. Play action, Willingham. Rolling right, throws over there. It is caught by Hampton.
For no gain. He might have lost a yard.
He picked up about 4, actually, up to the 28.
Oh, yeah. I see where the marker is now, yeah. I saw something else over there.
Still way shy of the first. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
And Willingham, that little fake, he's gotten outside with that little play fake twice and completed the pass, but he could have run for more yardage right there than he threw it for. Their defensive backs close real fast. We're not threatening them deep. They're not scared of us going deep on them, so they're closing real fast on those throws.
Jordan checks in at running back this time. He's to the left of Willingham, who's in the gun, standing at his own 23. He'll take the snap from freshman Blake Jefferson. 3 receivers. Back to pass, Willingham throwing over there for Jordan. Completed, 1st down. He gets the carry and runs it close to midfield. Jace Jordan to the 47. And another Bear, a Custom Design Group Bear, 1st down.
And I'll tell you, that was a very nice catch, too. That was not an easy catch.
He's been watching Odell.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he reached up with one hand, tipped it, and then caught it and ran for the 1st down. He's a good target both ways, running and throwing.
Turned on handoff, Stevens right side. Bears pounding the middle this time, just pushing forward. Nice gain of about 7 goes Amin Stevens, the sophomore out of Savannah, leading rusher a year ago. Came in tonight, though, with only 2 touchdowns, number 2 in rushing on the team, up close to about 100 yards on the season. He was off to a slow start, but the Bears continue to use that running back by committee. Hand again to Stevens, pushes forward. 1st down Bears into Newberry territory at the 40-yard line. Another Custom Design Group Bears 1st down.
Yeah, and that's why the Bears like to run that play. Their fullback is their key ball carrier. If he makes a little bit of yardage inside, it sets up so many of the other plays, especially that little bootleg pass has been beautiful. We've had that twice tonight. We just need to run the receiver a little further down the field before we throw it to him.
1st and 10. Bears have it at the 41 of Newberry. Bears going to the open end here at Moret Stadium and Moose Field. Back to pass. Willingham steps up in the pocket, throws it downfield. Open is the receiver. Caught. Touchdown. Dropped it when he hit the ground.
Oh, man.
That was Hampton. He left his feet, went airborne on the post. Demarius Hampton had it. As soon as he hit the ground, the ball popped loose, and it falls incomplete.
I'm a little surprised at that. He caught the ball. I thought the play was over. I didn't know the ground could cause a fumble.
You can't hear.
Boy, I tell you what, I'd love to see. Well, you know.
2nd down
it's
and 10.
A moot point, as we shall say, because it didn't matter. But he caught the ball and took 4 steps with it, then fell in the end zone and dropped it.
Bears going to run another option again. This is Jordan, gets a block on the corner. Around the edge he goes, down to the 35-yard line. It's getting Mike McCree a little excited to see that option, isn't it?
Well, I tell you what, the Grayson looked good running. You know, we've not seen Grayson run the true option, but he's run the true option several times tonight, and he looks good running that thing. And Jace Jordan looks like a real good pickup for the Bears right now.
Jack, you talk about Grayson not wanting to run or not running. They don't feel a threat from him. When he rolls out, if he would run a couple times, you'd really bring those corners up flying.
Yeah, you're probably right. Because they're really challenging our receivers. They know we don't throw it deep, and of course we did and got him wide open, but you know we couldn't get it off.
3rd and 5. Bears run a little quick drop over here. It's caught for the first down.
Nice play. That's Ramseur, isn't it?
It sure is. Josh Ramseur, graduate transfer from Elon, Newton Conover High product, gets the first down. They came on the blitz, and I tell you what, Willingham just found Ramseur on the hot side over there. And Nice selection of plays and a good decision.
That was a great play by Willingham to get him the ball. He was under duress, to say the least.
Roll out left. Willingham fires down here. Caught.
There you go. See, there's that little bootleg. The difference was we ran him 12 yards down the field, see. Instead of about 4 and 5, he went 12 yards down the field, broke it, and, of course, Willingham was outside again. Every time we faked that fullback the other side, and he's not pulling anybody out front. There's no lineman coming out front. It's all Willingham out there by himself.
Bears lead here 10-3. Brooks on the reception that last play. Bears have it now at the 16, 1st and 10. In motion goes Young. They turn, hand it off up the middle, Bradley. He'll get down to the 14, short pickup of about 3. On that nice play, a couple of plays back, Jack, by Jordan. Good block over there by Derek Young. We talked to Derek during Bears Talk Live this week. He was our special guest, and he said that's the one area he wanted to improve in was his blocking. They ask a lot of him, blocking, running, receptions, or receiving. That time he got a good block to open up Jace Jordan on the nice big run.
Yeah, all of our backs have to be able to do it all in this offense.
2nd and 8. Hand off Mitchell. He weaves his way, spins inside the 5, close. He'll get the first down to the 2-yard line. Jaquay Mitchell, little tippy toe there in between the 2 hash marks.
They're going in a hurry.
Yes, they are. Bears get the automatic first and goal down to the 2.
Be the same play right here, or either that or it'll be the quick fullback.
Man in motion, they hand it to the fullback, Bradley, and he is not touched. He gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Bradley. And the Bears with 9:24 to go in the second break out on top. It's Lenoir-Rhyne 16 and Newberry 3.
What the Bears do, they get your ball down there, and as soon as they have a good play, they run up there and they get on the line of scrimmage and they run another quick play. Usually it's one of our simple plays like a hand to the fullback, and Bradley, you called it. He went in the end zone. Nobody touched him until he was 2 steps in the end zone.
Nice long drive, 13 plays, 82 yards, and here's the extra point. Goalposts are painted. You notice that? Nice new colors of the goalposts.
They're bright. You can see them. There's no question.
Absolutely. Glow in the dark looks like to me. Extra point is good. 17-3. 9:24 to go here before halftime here at Moret Stadium on the campus of Lenoir-Rhyne University. We're back with more on the Bears Sports Radio Network, powered by Carolina West Wire.
path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
I'll have a Cheerwine.
Cheers! See what all the fizz is about. Cheerwine and Diet Cheerwine, uniquely Southern.
Bears get on the board again on a nice long drive brought to you by Custom Design Group, the official clothier of Lenoir-Rhyne Athletics. As LR tacks on a touchdown, 17-3 now. We're waiting the kickoff. Jefferson Norwood. He's going to kick it to the open end here at Moret Stadium as it's the shade has definitely come down over Moret Stadium. A little bit of the sun over near the Shuford Memorial Gymnasium. Here's a kick by Norwood. Fair catch called for in the end zone. So Jefferson Norwood missed last week's game, had the flu, Jack, and it showed. The Bears did not have some deep kickoffs, but he has done a good job again tonight.
I like to find out from the officials. He called a fair catch in the field, and then he backed into the end zone and caught it in the end zone, which that's okay. I understand that. But if he'd have caught that ball at the 1 yard line calling a fair catch, were they going to get the ball at the 1 yard line?
No, 25-yard line.
Okay, if he calls a fair catch, you get 25. Okay. I wasn't sure about that rule.
Yes,
I've seen the fair catch used on the onside kick, but
they did change it last year. First down and 10 now, Newberry at their own 25. They'll spread out 4 receivers. Quarterback is Harris, trailing 17-3. Quick drop, slant across the middle, caught. Short of the first down, about a 9-yard pickup. Brentley Allen on the reception, the senior.
What's important with Newberry is to keep them contained. They've had difficulty driving the ball down the field, putting 10, 12 play drive together without making a mistake. You've got to contain them and not let them hit the big play and run 60, 70 yards with it.
Second and short now. It's the 34. Newberry again in the gun. They have 4 receivers out. Again, quick drop. Quarterback keeper this time. He's going to run out of bounds. Chased out. Flag way coming from the secondary. Flag came late. Not before the quarterback picked up the first down. Harris bumped out by Clayton Horn. Let's see what the flag's about.
It's got to be against Newberry. It's got to be a block in the back or something like that. Yeah, it's way away from the play. Might be a personal foul. Chop block.
Yeah, again, the receiver, number 19.
Might have been chopping inside, because I tell you what, there was nobody out here. Clayton Horn showed you something right there. He ran down the quarterback going to the boundary and chased him out of bounds. Clayton Horn can really run.
We're seeing the Bears not blitzing up the middle quite a bit as they did last week because of the quarterback can scramble.
Exactly.
You
wouldn't want to blitz this guy and he get to the outside and you got no contain. You've got to keep contain on this quarterback and hope they don't make plays. And so far they've made some plays, but not enough to get it in the end zone.
Second down and 14. Harris again. Scrambles right, throws over here and high, out of bounds, incomplete. Looking for number 7 on the far side. Johnson is going to bring up third down. Stops the clock. 8:35 to go here before the half. Bears lead 17-3.
Eric Jackson back there in the coverage. You know, the Bears use 3 safeties. They use Kyle Duggar, Eric Jackson, and Landon Scott. They're all listed on the lineup as safeties. 2 linebackers, 2 corners, and 4 defensive linemen.
4-2-5 defense. Scott sacked Defensive Player of the Week for his 2 interceptions a week ago. 3rd and 14. Harris again back. Looks right. Throws far side, incomplete. Flag down. See what the flags again. Nobody went down.
That's a roughing.
I'll tell you what, that's a terrible, terrible play by the Bears, too, if that's roughing.
He pushed him.
Yep. You can't do that. You got to be smarter than that.
But guys, he didn't touch him till he released the ball.
Yeah, and that you can't do that. That was a 3 and out. Bears going to get great field position. Those are the kind of mistakes right now that Coach Cronick was talking about. You just can't make those plays. You got to understand, they talk about all this stuff in the NFL. Hey, those guys got to know when you see the quarterback and the ball goes out of his hand, you got to let up. You cannot hit him.
He didn't.
If you hit him, they're going to call. He pushed him.
We need to put flags on.
Same difference. You know, you can. There's arguments every way you want to go, but it's going to be a penalty. You know, if that's where we are, you cannot do that.
First down now for the Red Wolves, and weaving his way for a nice big gain.
And that gives them
Cook
life,
with the
too.
run.
See, we had, you know how Newberry is. We like to get them down if we can, you know?
Yeah.
And that gave them life. That was going to be another 3 and out, and the Bears get a great field position and put it up 24-3. You know, that's a different ball game. That could be a penalty that really turns this game around.
17-3 in favor of the Bears. Second and short. Scrambling. This time he goes down. The quarterback sacked. Artis once again.
4-man rush.
Houston and Artis in on the sack for the Bears. That front four that time brought the heat. It's a loss of 9, 3rd and 11.
Boy, that was good effort right there by both of those guys. That number, you were talking about Jaquan Artis, number 32, and Amari Houston, number 90. I mean, they were back there in a hurry. And that was only a 4-man rush, too. All right, let's get the same thing right here. Let's get a 4-man rush and put pressure on the guy. Keep him contained.
3rd and long, 3rd and 11. Play action. They're going to throw it across the middle. Caught, hit, short of the first down. Duggar with a nice hit on the receiver, Irby, but that's going to force a punt at the 39. Still plenty of time, 7:18 to go midway through the second quarter. Catawba County Middle School Day here at Moretz Stadium, and the Bears leading here 17-3.
Yeah, that was a really, really good play for the Bears now. Boy, that makes that penalty a whole lot easier to swallow right now. Now, the only thing it did do was change the field position. You know, that field position changed a lot on this punt. We'll see what happens.
Little rugby style.
No, he kicked that to the boundary. No, He didn't. He kept it in. Yeah,
that was a rugby-style kick, and that'll drive Duggar back for another fair catch at his own 15.
And we would have had the ball somewhere around midfield without that penalty. So, you know, that's a big difference right there in field position, but the Bears do get it back.
The offense has scored a couple of touchdowns tonight. Jace Jordan, a newcomer for the Bears, making his presence felt. 68 yards on the ground so far in only 3 carries. And Tate Beaver hasn't started but did get 4 touches and 16 yards and scored the Bears' touchdown on the ground. Bradley also had a touchdown for the Bears. So Grayson Willingham, who's tied with my broadcast partner for 31 touchdowns, 3rd in LR history on the quarterback chart, still hasn't broken that record yet, Jack, and the Bears have kept it on the ground so far.
Yeah, he'll have an opportunity here in a minute. Oh, yeah. We totally missed the block right there.
Yes, we did.
In the backfield, that's thrown down for the Bears. That is Akeem Stevens, as Stevens is tackled in the backfield.
Wow.
Loss of 2, 2nd and 12.
That was Jason Poe. That's one of our – that's an All-American lineman right there. Just flat missed his block on that guy out there.
Passing situation now. They jumped again. Newberry defensive end at number 55 you were talking about, Jack, that looks so good on the hoof.
Yeah, Lanny, you saw that. What do you think?
It should be on the defense because he pulled the flag before we moved.
Yeah, he jumped and I thought he almost made contact.
Keto Jordan is the all-conference defensive end.
Yeah, that's good call.
Hopkins, South Carolina.
I'm really
6'2",
surprised, but, you know,
245.
that's a discipline thing, you know. Continually jumping off sides, that's a discipline thing. You have to discipline yourself to look at the football. Defensive linemen are taught to move not on sound, but on the movement of the football.
And we didn't shift.
No, he just jumped.
Second down, handoff Young around the right-hand side. He cuts the corner, 20-25, 30 close to the first down, gets the first down before he is rode out of bounds. Derek Young, 3 touchdowns a week ago, gets a nice run on the corner. Bears have done a good job tonight, especially on the blocking on the outside, Jack, getting some good runs.
You think about it, we've had success outside. We've had it off tackle. We've had it inside. We've had it with a play action. We even had it with a drop-back pass.
There's a bootleg pass over here. Willingham.
Oh,
it's tipped, incomplete. Not an intercepted flag down here on the play. May go against Newberry.
No, but if it is, it's going to be after the play. Number 58 hit Grayson Willingham over here, and it's going to be after the play, but I think they're going to get the interception.
Yeah,
and that's a shame, too, because, again, we had a guy wide open, and he hit him in the hands, and we just didn't make the catch.
Went through the receiver's hands to Marius Hampton, and the receiver lost the handle, intercepted by the Wolves. It's after the interception. It's going to be a penalty, holding call.
Blocking the back.
Okay, blocking the back against Newberry.
And he hit Willingham. Willingham was running over to try to make the tackle, and he got hit in the back.
Well, bring it back to the 40 now. First down after the turnover for the Red Wolves.
And again, Newberry gets a great opportunity. They've got to take advantage of one of these opportunities. they're on the verge of getting back in this game now, two plays in a row.
First down and 10. Red Wolves have been held out of the end zone so far.
They're bunched up here on that left side. Let's see what they're going to do.
Ball's at the right hash, running back in motion, pistol formation.
We got nobody outside over here.
They run it on the jet sweep, far side, trying to cut the corner,
Good
and
job.
a nice tackle by Javar Smith over there on the running back.
Why is that not a fumble? If he can take away our touchdown here, that ought to be a fumble.
He hit the ground.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Same play. He hit the ground, the ball came loose.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
He may have thought that down there that Hampton did not have control of the ball all the way, but he had his back to I thought he had his back to the official. That official, they couldn't see it. The official over here on this side maybe could have seen it.
Again, they'll play action. Plenty of time. They'll throw it deep down the field, covered by Duggar, incomplete.
Well,
they were trying to go deep down there to Johnson, but Duggar had him blanketed.
Yeah, he threw that one away. Actually, he just threw it as far as he could because he knew he wasn't going to get it completed. Duggar had great coverage on him right. They only had 2 men out. They had 2 receivers on that route. They used everybody else to mass protect.
That's a pretty gutsy call to challenge Kyle Duggar on one-on-one down the
I
field.
agree. I think he wanted to go the other way, if you want to know the truth. Number 5 ran a crossing route. I think he was the guy he wanted to go to, but he was covered, so he just threw it as far as he could. I don't think he had any intention of getting it to the receiver. Just throw it as far as he could.
Bears are going to rush 4, 3rd down. He looks left. Quarterback under some pressure. Steps up in the pocket. Scrambles right, nowhere to go, and is almost, he's still going, 35-yard line and bumped out by Duggar over there, and it's going to be shy of the first down.
Yeah,
or maybe not. Nope, they're going to get a good mark on it.
Well, that's a great mark, I'll say.
That's
tell you
a
what,
first down.
That's unusual because the Bears usually, once they get a guy hemmed up like that, but that shows you the kind of quickness that young man possesses. He is and for years, Dre Harris, scrambling quarterbacks, if you go back to in the history that we've had, Juju, they've always been our nemesis. Any scrambling quarterback against us seemed to have had greater games than quarterbacks that are pocket passers.
It's going to bring up
first down.
Is it a first down?
I thought he moved him, yeah.
He did. Good first down. Red Wolves at the 30, down to 4:58 before half.
And the
Bears on top 17-3.
Yeah, and the Bears had their chance right there. I mean, you get that sack right there, they're looking at 4th and long, either long field goal punt or maybe go for it. But, he can make plays now. He can extend them.
First down, 30-yard line of the Bears. Out of the gun is Harris. Tight end goes in motion. Quick pass over here, nearly intercepted. Not Duggar, but Jackson on the coverage for the tight end, Austin Gordon. Just a little dump pass over there. Jackson came up with good coverage.
They were going to slip him out in the flat. It was going to be just a little quick play action. They were going to dump him the ball and try to get 5, 6, 7 yards down the field. Good first down play. Sometimes that's a good 3rd down play, but it's never a bad first down play to pick up 5, 6, or 7 with a play action pass.
2nd and 10. Clock stops. 4.5 to go before half. Thank you for listening tonight on the Bears Sports Radio Network. 2nd and 10, Newberry. Back to pass. Different quarterback is in there now, and he throws it incomplete. They had a different guy in there taking the snap, Colton Bailey, 5'9", 160 redshirt freshman out of Inman, South Carolina.
He played some in the first couple games. I saw his name on the stat sheet. Is Harris coming back in?
Don't see him. Still out. They're going to keep in Bailey.
I wonder if he got hurt over there on that run. But I saw Bailey's name on the stats. He had some plays. He did play some in those further 2 games.
Well, he has a brother also named Logan Bailey. He is a wide receiver and a running back. There's some movement over there, and it's going to be a penalty offside against Newberry. See, there's a Colton Bailey, Jack, and a Logan Bailey.
Okay.
They are brothers, and I think maybe that was Logan Bailey out of Chapin, South Carolina, that you saw him on the stat sheet.
Okay. I just remember it was Bailey.
It's going to
passing. Colton Bailey had 2 passes.
Okay.
And Logan Bailey had 1 pass. So they've had 3 guys throw the football. Dre Harris, Colton Bailey, and Logan Bailey have all thrown passes. How about that?
And the other Bailey is in there, as you said. Colton Bailey, number 12, 5'9" quarterback, throws it over here. Hit immediately by the Bears at corner. What a nice stick by Marcus Rosser, a junior out of Atlanta and San Diego Mesa Community College. way shy of the first down. It's going to bring up 4th and 11. Timeout in favor of the Bears. We'll keep it right here. 3:54 to go here in the first half. Bears on top 17-3. Want to get you a couple of updates on the scoreboard, brought to you by Cheerwine. Earlier today, SAC conference play. Mars Hill beats Virginia Wise 21-14. Bears go to Mars Hill next Saturday. Tusculum knocks off Limestone 38-10. That's the final score. And the big game going on, same time that we started in the SAC, Carson Newman at Wingate tonight.
Yeah, I'm looking for that game. I haven't seen the score pop up on that one yet. Here we go, 14-13, Carson Newman.
Carson Newman leading at Wingate.
14-13.
And Wingate has only lost one game at home under the lights. You want to take a guess who beat them last year?
Lenoir-Rhyne.
And Lanny was at that game as well. That was a really good game. Bears got out to a big lead and had to hold on at the end.
Well, they didn't know how to win. That was one of those. It was early in the year, as I recall, and the Bears were, trying to figure this whole thing out. And once they figured it out, they became a much better football team. Got to be alert here. It's a long way for a fake. I don't know if I'd fake it. When you got to go left, a little over 10 yards.
It's going to be a 48-yard field
goal.
Well,
this guy can hit it. There ain't no question about that.
Snap is down, and it is blocked by Duggar. And the ball is going to roll out of the end zone. So Duggar comes off the edge and blocks the kick, but a flag down here.
Duggar was offside, I think.
He about got the last one.
I think he might have been offside.
He's got his head down, so I'm guessing he did.
He's pointing our way. Now do they do this? They got it down to 4th and about, a little over 6? Do you go for it now or let him kick? He's got the range. There's no question he can kick it this far.
I think they're going for it. No, they're not.
No, they're going to kick it. Yeah, if I'm him right now, if I'm Todd Knott right now, I'm kicking this ball because you're 17-6. Sounds a whole lot better than 17-3, and Bears have plenty of time when they get the ball back.
Blocked again, somewhere in the middle that time, and they do. So the Bears are going to get excellent field position. I don't know who blocked it. One of the big fellas up the front, right up the middle, looks like 79, Zeke Nance. Back up, redshirt freshman lineman out of Calhoun, Georgia.
Well, I saw the Shea Rogers, the kicker, chastising a couple of his linemen. But let me tell you something. That ball was too low. That ball had to be higher. You can't kick the ball that low, where a lineman can just stick his hand up from right there. That's one of the things I remember some of the NFL guys, when they would come through and they would be looking at our kickers, particularly Rick Padgett, who I coached, was a great kicker. He got the ball up so quick. That's what they look for. They said somebody has to get the ball up quickly at the line of scrimmage.
3:38 to go. Bears have the ball with the offense. Jordan around the left end, has the first down, 40-45, and bumped out of bounds near midfield goes Jace Jordan. I tell you what, he is very quick. That's about a 23-yard run by the man who's playing his first game in an LR uniform tonight, and he is over 100 yards rushing, or at least close to 100 yards rushing. 24-yard run by the junior out of Georgia, transfer from Reinhardt.
And I'll tell you what else, he's a little heavier. He's listed at 200 pounds. You can tell he's got a little more meat on him than our other runners.
Play action, Willingham rolling right. I think he's going to keep it this time. He's Boys one man.
Nice job.
He expected to get hit, but he picked up 9 that time. Grayson Willingham on the nice run.
Somebody was listening to me.
That's a great job. He's had the opportunity. You were right, Lenny. He's had the opportunity every time, but he got out there that time, and there was no question in his mind what he was going to do then.
Pick up of 8. Handoff Beaver. Pushes forward, first down to the 41. Down to 2:50 to go, rolling clock. Bears get a custom design group first down. Brought to you by Custom Design, the official clothier of Lenoir-Rhyne Athletics.
The Bears run so many guys in and out that the defense has to kind of, you get the defense where they almost have to play just a simplified, straight-up defense. Not a lot of shifting. There hadn't been. I haven't seen the stunt yet. They're just trying to figure out what we're doing and stop it.
1st and 10, Willingham turns, pitches it out here to Stevens, and he puts his head down.
Oh, man.
Tackled, short gain, about 2 on the play.
He's got to go inside.
Yeah.
The receiver had the guy blocked outside. He's got to go upfield. He could have made 7-8 yards if he goes upfield.
Pickup of 2. Clock continues to roll down to 2:18. Final score, gentlemen. Appalachian 34, North Carolina 31.
Roll Mountaineers.
How about it?
Man. Now what has to happen is Charlotte knock off Lanny's alma mater.
Okay.
That ain't happening. That ain't happening.
Fumble on the play.
They got it.
Mitchell, I think one of the defensive linemen, Landon, maybe you had a shot at it. He may have kicked the ball. He kind of leg whipped it and knocked the ball loose.
I think that's what happened. Just didn't quite hold on to it. One thing that we're glad of, it's just 2 minutes to go.
Well, that's the thing about it, though. You know, you're right. It was just a leg whip. He threw his leg out there, and Mitchell ran into it, but he dropped and he hit the ball. Evidently, dropped the ball. But, you know, the Bears have been their own worst enemy in these last 2 drives, defensively and offensively. We dodged a bullet getting the field goal. Dre Harris back in the ball game now at quarterback. That'll make a difference. But, you know, the Bears, you know, right now, this is the momentum shift right here. If Newberry can put points on the board, big shift in momentum for them going in at halftime.
2 minutes exactly. Ball's at the 43 of Newberry. Bears show blitz on first down. They do, but they cut the corner.
Nobody
and
outside.
Tackled, shoestring tackle by Hayes that time. Quentin Hayes on the Newberry ball carrier. Cortez Cook. He picked up good yardage up to the 48, and that's going to be a pickup of 7.
Offensive line's getting a great push on our defensive line, kind of pushing them back into the backers, and the backers can't flow. That's why they're able to get some of those corners.
Well, and the other thing that happened there, too, is we had a little stunt, and it looked like to me the linebacker and the end both went inside instead of one inside, one outside.
Hayes with plenty of time. He throws it to the running back out of the backfield. Flag down. It's caught for the first down. Way down there to 20-yard line goes the running back.
Large boys down the field.
I think, they had
good call, Annie.
Yeah, they had guys down the field. And I'll tell you one thing, his scrambles, it's hard to stay behind the line of scrimmage because as an offensive lineman, you lose where the ball is.
You don't know whether he's going to run.
No, they got holding on the Bears, declined. How about that?
There was lineman 15 yards down the field.
Well, the thing about it, you know, the Bears have really stunk it up here, I'd say. But, you know, we were in complete control of this game at 17-3, and then we just kind of let it get away. We're still in control, but right now with Newberry an opportunity to score, they go in 17-6, 17-10, they're going to feel like they're right in this ball game the rest of the way. They needed something good to happen. They haven't had a lot of good things happen to them in the first 2 games.
1:23 to go before the half. 3 receivers out. Quarterback rolling right. Plenty of time. Throws it in the end zone. Bears have coverage, but it's caught. Touchdown.
Landon Collins ran right by it.
Past him.
He ran right past the guy. He threw it behind him, and Landon Collins ran right by it and couldn't turn back. That's just, you know, the Bears have really hurt themselves in this last couple series. Bobby
Irby with the reception for the touchdown, getting Newberry on the board for the first time tonight. With 1:15 to go before the half, 17-9 now. They're within a touchdown.
And it looked like we might go in at 24-3.
3 plays, 42 yards after the turnover. Bears have turned it over twice here in the first half, and it's a close game, 17-9 with the extra point pending. Rogers kick, up and good.
Like I said, too, that was so important for Newberry. If you remember, when in the past, when we would get Newberry with their back against the wall, it usually played into our favor. And to let them kind of hang around here when we've kind of dominated, and then all of a sudden we just lost our domination in the last series.
A lot of penalties and 2 turnovers here in the first half. See if the Bears can clean it up. Still plenty of time to go before the half. 17-10 with 1:15 to go. We'll take a quick break. Come back with more. You're listening to Bears Sports Radio on the LR Bears Sports Network, powered by Carolina West Wireless. Back after a 30-second break here.
Your healthcare.
This? I was playing catch a little too hard with the dog. He's got quite an arm. I've been through this before. It'll be better in a couple of days. Probably.
Visit one of Ortho Carolina's specialists right away by logging on to orthocarolina.com. Leave the waiting to this guy.
Come on, honey.
Ortho Carolina. You improved.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II.
Here in the South Atlantic Conference opener, 17-10, pretty much what we expected. And here's the kickoff, driving Mitchell. He'll take a knee in the end zone, so the Bear offense will start at their own 25. Still a little bit of time, maybe before the half, Jack. They'll get the ball to start the second half. Maybe get a quick score here and start the second half with some momentum.
If we start momentum here, it's going to be with a run. I don't see Coach throwing the football right here. We've had too many things bad happen to us here. We had a completed pass turned into an interception, and we've dropped the ball with a leg whip kick and made numerous penalties that we didn't need. I mean, the Bears are not. I don't think they're going to do anything. They're going to go in the halftime and regroup at 17-10.
Twins receivers to the near side in front of the LR bench. Ball set on the far hash. At the 25, Willingham out of the gun, man in motion. Quick pass over here and dropped by the fullback. Intended for Stevens. He was looking for Stevens out of the backfield, and he simply dropped the ball. That was a pretty good right-on-the-target pass.
Yeah, that was that running sweep kind of play. We saw him run last week, and we saw it earlier in the game when Amon didn't really turn up the field. He was going to turn that one up the field. But, again, anything they throw is probably going to be something that's very, very safe right here, or a run, get the clock started, because – the last thing we want to do is turn it over again and let them get back in this ballgame any more than we already have.
2nd and 10. Stevens checks in back at fullback, and they'll go back to the wing T look. They'll get the play from the sideline. Willingham under center. Handoff Stevens. Plows forward. Knocked down.
They're going to
no pushing and shoving here. A little extracurricular after the play is over, and they're going to let the clock run down to a minute. 3rd down now. 3rd and a long 7 now. 3rd and 7 for the Bears before the half, leading 17-10 here. South Atlantic Conference opener crowd a little bit anxious right now. You get that feeling.
Well, they're going to let it run. I'm surprised. If I were Newberry, I'd have called timeout. They may block a punt. A lot of things could happen here.
Crowd is quiet. If Newberry jumped, didn't jump. They look to the sideline. Bears get the play.
He may call timeout. He may run this thing down and call timeout.
I think you're right. 5 seconds on the game clock.
He's going to snap it.
He snaps it with 3 seconds. Back to pass. Willingham thrown. Wow. Caught by Hampton.
He ran backwards.
And he got knocked down shy of the first down.
I mean, how many more mistakes can we make in one half? Good gracious, we had a first down.
He didn't know where the sticks were at.
Yeah, he was past it when he caught the ball. He ran backwards. It's 4th and 1. They're going to let the clock run out, too.
And it's going to go down.
Yep.
That's the end of the first half, my gentlemen, with the Bears on top, 17-10. We're going to get a quick comment from Lanny Ford, our Carolina West Wireless sideline reporter, and head coach Drew Cronick. I'm going to pick you up, Lanny. Where you at here? Let's see. Is he coming to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. He's coming to you, and Lanny has Coach Drew Cronick for a quick comment at halftime.
Not exactly what you want to see in the first half, but a lot of it's just been miscues. We should be able to take care of our own.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit frustrating right now because we can't get out of our own way, and Newberry's good enough to get after you. So we got to go in, clean it up, and play better.
A lot of team speed I've seen, and they've been able to kind of capitalize on that. A lot of speed on their side.
Yep. I think there's a lot of speed on both sides.
Yeah, it is. Coach, we'll see you next half.
All right, Lanny Ford with Coach Drew Cronick, 17-10. Thanks, Lanny, for that quick interview with head coach Drew Cronick. 17-10 in favor of the Bears. We go to the break. We'll come back with our halftime stats. And
oh, this? I was playing catch a little too hard with the dog. He's got quite an arm. I've been through this before. It'll be better in a couple of days. Probably.
Visit one of Ortho Carolina's specialists right away by logging on to orthocarolina.com. Leave the waiting to this guy.
Come on, honey.
Ortho Carolina. You improved.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being a student athlete and pursue that within my career and to get a master's degree. If I wouldn't have had a baseball scholarship, there'd be no chance that I'm doing what I'm doing today.
Paramount Kia in Hickory. We want to see you driving a new Kia or, hey, a quality pre-owned Kia. We've got a huge selection of new and pre-owned Kias. You got to get to Paramount Kia in Hickory, Highway 70, ParamountKia.com.
I love being busy in my garden. I got flowers to plant and beds to clean out. When I was feeling really tired and not like myself, I saw a doctor. Look at me now. The doctors were good, they worked with me, and they laughed with me. I'm back to doing everything I love. I needed a doctor, and I found the expert for my heart.
Everett Chevrolet Buick GMC is ready for another exciting football season. Everett has been a proud sponsor of the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears for 25 years, and we wish the Bears a safe and successful season. And August means it's all systems go for another winning season with the Carolina Panthers. We have a tradition of winning in the Carolinas, and when you want to be a winner in the car, truck, or SUV game, come see the sales and service champions at Everett, because if you didn't get an Everett deal, you dropped the ball, baby. Woo!
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II. where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
This is the Pepsi that makes you say, hee hee, ba 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 ba, and baby. This is the Pepsi for those who are forever fun. This is the Pepsi for every generation.
At People's Bank, we believe what makes you different makes you exceptional. Maybe you're a great listener or teach kids to read. Perhaps you rescue dogs or own your own bakery. What's unique about you is what we cherish most. With a name like People's Bank, you know we care about people, and we're here to help you achieve exceptional goals. People's Bank. Be exceptional. Member FDIC.
Quality work that's on time and within budget. Sound too good to be true? Well, it is true with David E. Looper and Company.
The Bears were 3 of 5. And the one he made on third down might have been the play where the quarterback. Monument, Mars Hill, Wingate, Limestone, Tusculum, you name it. Virginia Wise looks like they're going to be a little more competitive than maybe people thought. So, it's going to be an interesting situation in the second half here. The Bears come back out and take control. They will receive the second half kickoff. They come back out and establish their control and put some more points on the board. They need to get Newberry always playing from behind. We need to be 2 scores ahead of them.
Bears get the ball to start the second half. We'll come back and set the stage, set the starting lineups. The start of the second half here at Moretz Stadium on the campus of Lenoir-Rhyne University. It's Moose Field. Nice crowd here tonight. It's cooled off a little bit. Temperatures are probably in the 70s right now. The LR's on top by touchdown, 17-10. Back with more on the Bears Sports Network, powered by Carolina West Wireless.
Blowing Rock Draft House and Brewery is a proud supporter of the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears Den. Live music, brain-busting trivia, and our drink specials keep the Bears coming back. Join us Saturdays and ask for a brewery tour. That's Blowing Rock Draft House and Brewery is walking distance from Lenoir-Rhyne's campus at the intersection of Highland Avenue and Lenoir-Rhyne Boulevard in our newly renovated Holler Mill location. Honor the craft with a toast to our Bears at Blowing Rock Draft House and Brewery. And go Bears!
This is the Pepsi that your father drank and your grandfather drank.
When I was your age, we worked for
And your grandmother, she drank it too before she met him.
That was quite the catch, you know.
We know. This is the Pepsi that your Uncle Ted drank when rock sounded like this. And the one he drinks now that rock sounds like this. This is the Pepsi for American pastimes. Whether you're tailgating at a speedway or courtside watching your favorite player make a breakaway.
Shoots, and he scores!
It even goes well with away games. This is the Pepsi that was made for your mom's famous 5-alarm chili. You know, the one she refuses to give the recipe to.
Never gonna happen.
Don't worry, your secret's safe with us. This is the Pepsi that makes you say, hee, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, and baby. This is the Pepsi for those who are forever fun. This is the Pepsi for every generation.
Since 1967, Catawba Valley Health System has built a tradition of strong relationships with the people, businesses, and communities of the Catawba Valley. As the region's largest not-for-profit community health system, our mission includes improving the health status of the region and serving as the health safety net for the community by caring for all in need, regardless of ability to pay and without the use of tax dollars. Catawba Valley Health System is proud to support the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears as part of our commitment to the community. Go Bears!
Back at halftime, moments away from the start of the second half. Bears will get the ball, leading 17-10. Jack, in a couple of weeks, Lenoir-Rhyne is going to recognize the 100th anniversary of Bears football with a nice little ceremony and a get-together after the game in the new Bears Club Pavilion, part of the Neil McGahee Performance Center. And, we're always talking about great Bear history, and you do a great job with the legends, but you got an update on some great Bears of the past.
Yeah, we do. We have a couple of our most famous Bears in my eyes that are Lenoir-Rhyne Bears through and through, and both of them, actually there's 3 of them that have faced some challenges lately. Coach Walt Cornwell, who coached me in baseball, was also the defensive coach here during 4 straight conference championships from 65 through 68. And Coach Norman Punch, who was a coach here and played here. Both Coach Cornwell and Coach Punch played together, and during the time they played, I don't think they lost but 2 games in the 4 years they were here. And Coach Hanley Painter's wife, Lorraine Painter, I saw Janet, their daughter, not too long ago, and Lorraine Painter is doing okay. And those 3 people mean a lot to a lot of us, and they're a lot about Lenoir-Rhyne football in the past few years. And just wanted to say hi to them, and I hope we'll be able to see them out here sometime soon.
Bears on top here, 17-10. We'll take a quick timeout. Before we do, again, let's run down some of the scores for you. The South Atlantic Conference brought to you by Mike Johnson, Hickory Toyota. Before you buy, give Mike a try, 1-800-NEW-TOYOTA. Earlier today, Notre Dame College, which is a Division II school, ranked 4th in the country, they had a big lead and held on to beat Fairmont State out of West Virginia, 61-49. Mars Hill over Virginia Wise, 21-14 conference opener. Tusculum blows out Limestone, 38-10. Also today, it was Carson Newman leading Wingate 21-20, that game late stages of the first half.
I think we got a score. Let me see. Mississippi College and North Greenville, you said there's no score on that one. But I saw Catawba here just a second ago. They're playing Pembroke.
Yes, they are.
Just saw a score on that. Let me run back here. There it is. Well, 0-0. How about that?
And then later tonight, just getting underway, I believe that's an 8 o'clock start. At 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time is West Alabama and Valdosta.
Yeah.
West Alabama in the top 25, and Valdosta defending national champs, number 1 in the country this year now.
We played both of them last year.
Sure did.
First game of the season, last game of the season. Only 2 losses we had.
Bears are leading here 17-10. We'll take one final break, come back with the second half of action. LR will get the football as we start the second half. You're listening to Lenoir-Rhyne Bears football, powered by Carolina West Wireless.
It's Nick at Paramount Automotive, and we're proud to sponsor Lenoir-Rhyne football. Go Bears! Come see us on Highway 70. We've got a huge inventory of new Volkswagens, Volvos, Porsches, Hyundais, and Kias. Plus, did you know we sell tires, and we'll be any competitor's price on tires every day. If you're thinking about selling your car, we'll buy your car, truck, or SUV, even if you don't buy a car from us. So during those timeouts, check our inventory at ParamountAuto.com and score a touchdown at Paramount Automotive.
Boy, that was a hard hit.
When the Bears get banged up, they go to Richard Williams, official team chiropractor for the LR Bears. And he's the best choice for your family, too. Whether it's dealing with sports injuries, headaches, body pain, jaw disorders, carpal tunnel, and much more, Dr. Williams will individualize a program to meet your specific needs. So if anybody in your family needs chiropractic care, choose the best. Choose the man the LR Bears trust. Dr. Richard Williams in Hickory. More at richardwilliamschiropractic.com.
Quality work that's on time and within budget. Sound too good to be true? Well, it is true with David E. Looper and Company, a general contracting company that has a diverse range of building experience, including medical office complexes, retail shopping centers, educational facilities, as well as design build projects. They take pride in the quality of their work that's completed on time and within budget. For your future building needs, contact David E. Looper and Company, licensed in multiple states, fully insured and bonded. David E. Looper and Company, a proud sponsor of the LR Bears.
Back here, Moret Stadium, Moose Field, getting set for the second half kickoff. Juju Phillips along with Lanny Ford, my Hall of Fame partners Jack Huss and Mike McCree up here in the booth. The sun is set and the lights are on. We're ready to go. Second half, Bears in their black uniforms. First time in 20 years Lenoir-Rhyne has worn black jerseys, white numbers with the black helmets. They're set to receive the closed end here at Moret Stadium. Rogers will kick it off for Newberry, and we're underway here in the second half. Toe to ball, and it drives the Bears back to the goal line, coming back with the football to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and tripped up. I don't know if the grass turf monster got him or not, but that was a nice return by Alexander Central High product Bryson Godfrey.
Well, I'll tell you what, if he stays on his feet, I'd like to see a little bit more of that, because it looked like that about the 20-yard line might have tripped him.
He was waiting for somebody to hit him, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, he hit that wedge, and there wasn't anything there.
Yeah.
So again, the Bears will start the second half with Willingham under center. As you said, Grayson had a fine first half, throwing the ball 9 of 12 for 83 yards. Bears ran for nearly 200. Play action first down, throwing to Hampton over here. Tipped away, knocked away by the defense. Anthony Blue on Hampton, knocked it away, incomplete, 2nd and 10.
The Bears have good receivers, and they can run, but they don't have that separating speed. That defensive back was right in the hip pocket of Demarius Hampton. He knew he didn't think he could run by him, so he just hugged right on his hip. And that was actually a pretty good throw, but boy, that was a great defensive back play.
2 tight ends this time. They turn and hand it off to Young. He gets the corner on the far side. Derek Young following his blockers, led by Jason Poe, up close to the 35. That's a nice pickup of about 6 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and short now, just underway to start the second half. Bears on top here, 17-10 in the South Atlantic Conference lid lifter to start the 2019 season.
If you were calling plays, you wouldn't consider that 3rd and short right there. It's 3rd and short when you plug the fullback up the middle.
He picked up 5, so it's 3rd and 5. Short drop, Willingham looking to throw.
Turn up, run,
Mitchell,
go forward.
And he doesn't have any room. Just really good defense by Jaquay Mitchell.
Yeah, and you're talking about a momentum boost right now. Look at Newberry. Look at their defense. That might be the first 3 and out of the day.
Yeah,
we haven't punted, have we?
No, we have not.
That's the first 3 and out of the day. See, the play right before the half, Newberry is a very emotional team, and we gave them the emotional lift they needed. They went in, fired up at half. Defense comes out and puts a snuffer on us, and, we're in for a fight now. The Bears are really going to have to play well this second half.
Willingham had to check down. I don't think Mitchell was the primary target that time.
He did. You're exactly right. Good call.
So here's the punt by Owen. He steps into it at his own 21. Nice punt. End over end. Calls for a fair catch. Allen with the fair catch at the 29-yard line. So that's where the Red Wolves will start, led by their quarterback, Dre Harris.
Harris has been awfully hard for the Bears to pin up. They hadn't been able to really get him. We got one sack in the first half, and we've had him several times when it looked like we were going to sack him, and he just was able to slither away. He's a very, very elusive quarterback.
A redshirt sophomore out of Greenville.
They got an unbalanced line right here too,
and they go that way. Short side of the field. Cook following his blockers gets over the 30 up to the 31.
I don't know if the Bears didn't recognize that, because usually against the unbalanced line you would slide everybody down the man, and we didn't. They didn't get a lot out of it, maybe a yard, maybe 2 yards, but they didn't get a lot out of it. But usually you would slide down a man when they go unbalanced, because it was offensive linemen. They had 4 offensive linemen on this side of it.
Hayes and Williams in on the stop, 2nd and 8. Just underway, first possession for the Red Wolves here in the second half. Trailing 17-10. Second down and 8, motion man.
He's going to come back.
And he does. Ball's at the right hash.
They ran it before.
They'll hand it to Cook. Bears meet him. Again, that's Williams right in the hole. Sherrod Williams. He get maybe a yard on the play, but Sherrod was waiting on him, and he bear hugged him down for the loss. 3rd down and 7.
They ran that play in the first half, but they gave it to the motion man and went wide and made a little yardage, and I guess they thought we were going to shift away from it. And, so they tried to really fake us out, and it didn't fake us out.
When Newberry looks on the far side, they're in their visiting white uniforms. They're going to go trips on the far side. Those 3 receivers are on the far side hash mark, all lined up together. It looked like a wishbone over there.
Let's see if they're
Bears are going to rush 4.
See if they're going to run that little.
They send 2. Blitz up the middle. Pressure on the quarterback. Looking, and Harris throws it. That should be
that can't be. There's nobody over.
He's out of the pocket. You're
okay.
right. Incomplete pass. Williams on the pressure. Sherrod Williams and Harris smartly tried to get rid of it and threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that was a heads-up play, because I almost thought he fumbled it at first, but the ball went forward enough, but there was nobody over here. That's just a good play. When you get out of the pocket that far, you can do it. But that's great defense by the Bears. Now we're back even. Now the Bears need to take it offensively and do something with it.
Going to force a punt now by Rogers. Duggar standing back at his own 29.
We're offside. He didn't call it.
This time an end-over-end kick.
Short.
And Duggar takes it. A little dangerous reception by Kyle Duggar. One man ran by him. Yeah. He got very little yardage up to the 34, so that's where the Bears will start their second possession here in the second half, leading 17-10. Again, let's give the starters for you. Starting at center tonight, Blake Jefferson making his first start, the freshman out of Atlanta. Ronnie Clifton went from center to left tackle, replacing injured Jordan Brooks. And Logan Kessler at left guard making his first start, in for the injured Curtis Feeney. Over on the right-hand side, Jason Poe at guard, Ian Brinson at tackles. Drake Stark will start at tight end for the Bears. Stevens got the nod at fullback tonight. Mitchell along the right-hand side, he's going to be one of the running backs along with Derek Young, but we've seen a running back by committee. Do we have a timeout on the field?
Media timeout.
A media timeout.
We've never had media timeouts here. They didn't tell us. Did they tell you anything about that?
Didn't tell me. backfield alongside Willingham, who's standing at his own 29. Usual formation on 1st and 10 for LR. See, somebody jumped again. They're going to call a flag. Let's see. Again, that was 55, the defensive end, Jordan. They're going to call the offense this time.
He didn't make contact.
He didn't break the plane either.
Yeah, he just stepped over. See, and we've been getting away with that. That time we didn't. And that was number 83, Drake Starks.
It was.
It was a smart heads-up play because we've been getting that call all night, but he didn't do it. He's got to be heads-up now because this guy, 55, is a senior, and he's going to probably do that again. He's probably going to, a little jab step at him and see if he can get him to draw him offside again. This is where you have to be really disciplined.
7th penalty now for the Bears in this game. 1st and 15. Play action, roll out right, Willingham. Looking down, he's going to run at 35-yard line and tackled from behind at not before. Nice 6-yard pickup by Grayson Willingham.
They got Willingham outside almost every single time we've run that fake. They've really gone after our fullback, and he's been able to get outside, and then it was a matter of whether he wanted to run it or where he was going to throw it.
2nd down, pickup of 7. 2nd and 8 now for the Bears.
Option.
They run an option left. See if they get a block. Carter gets the block on Mitchell, taking the handoff, and he'll get it up over the 40, close to the 42-yard line, and another Bear first down. Let's see. Nope. It's close. It's shy.
Less than a yard, but I'll tell you what, the guy that made the tackle was the guy that he optioned off of. Grayson didn't do a great job of it. You got to take 55 out of the game. He pitched that ball. 55 ran down the line and made the tackle.
This time they run it up the middle. The fullback, and it's going to be close. Stevens lunging forward to about the 44, and that should be enough for the first.
Yep. That official over there came running in with his hands over his head and waving them down. He didn't make it by much, though.
Custom Design Group first down. 44-yard line. Rolling clock, 10:45 to go in the third. Bears lead by 7. They switch around their offensive linemen. Man in motion, Cruz, play action, back to pass, Willingham. They'll test downfield, deep, incomplete, overshot his man. That time looking for one of the newcomers, DeAndre Lester, the freshman out of Washington, Georgia. But good coverage that time by the Indians in the secondary, or I should say Red Wolves.
Yeah, he had an opportunity. It wasn't a well-thrown ball that time. Grayson threw it a little bit behind him. You got to get that ball out in front, let him run into it. He threw it behind him a little bit. You got to lead him across the field and let him run under that ball.
2nd and 10. Clock stops. Bears shift their offensive line. In motion goes Carter. He gets the jet sweep that way. Cuts it up. Across the 50-yard line and into Newberry territory. Nice pickup of 6 on the play. 2nd and 3rd down and 4. Now 3rd and 4 as the Bears cross the midfield point here in the second half for the first time and into Newberry territory at the 49.
Ryan Carter did a nice job because he turned that upfield and just ran straight up the field as hard as he could go. He was going to make no more yardage going anywhere. He just turned it straight up the field and took what he could get, and it was a nice 6-yard run.
Part of that running back by committee. 3rd and 4, Willingham, short drop. Throws it over here and caught. Starks with the first down catch. The all-conference tight end, sophomore out of Ringgold, Georgia, second reception of the year. Nice safe pass, about a 6-yard pickup.
Very nice, too. And it's good to see us be able to feel like we can throw that ball on 3rd down, too. Even though it was 3rd and short, that's a good play to throw the football on and get some confidence in the throw and catching game.
That's a Carolina first down for the Bears, but a quick timeout as an injured player over there for Newberry. Custom Design Group brings us that first down. They are the official clothier of the Lenoir-Rhyne Athletics. We'll step aside. Back with more on the Bears Sports Network, powered by Carolina West Wireless.
Hey. Paramount Kia in Hickory. We want to see you driving a new Kia or, hey, a quality pre-owned Kia. We've got a huge selection of new and pre-owned Kias. You got to get to Paramount Kia in Hickory, Highway 70, ParamountKia.com.
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being a student athlete and pursue that within my career and to get a master's degree. If I wouldn't have had a baseball scholarship, there'd be no chance that I'm doing what I'm doing today.
There's a little bit like a little different offense from a little more conservative, but you are seeing Grayson throw the ball down the field a little bit, which has surprised me.
First down for the Bears. Here's a handoff. Bradley trying to take it in between the hash marks, and his helmet comes off. He'll get down to the 37. That's a pickup of about 6 on the play. It's going to call it a gain of 7. 2nd and 3 now for the Bears as Bradley, redshirt freshman, gets a nice gain. Stevens back in there now for the Bears. They've rotated 3 fullbacks tonight, including Beaver. Tate Beaver scored a touchdown in the first half. 2nd down and 3. Clock just under 9.5 to go in the third. Handoff, Stevens has the first down. Head down across the 30 and bulls his way down to the 28. Goes Amin Stevens in the center of the football field, and the Bears get another custom design group first down.
Yeah, the Bears run that play quickly. When they snap the ball fast, it's usually going to be either that speed sweep or it's going to be that quick give to the fullback who slants just a little wider than the guard.
Again, the offensive line shifting, man in motion. They run left. Stevens again, both hands around the football, pushes forward inside the 25, down to the 23-yard line. Pickup of 5 by Stevens. Getting the start tonight. Amin did not start the first couple of games, was the Bears' leading rusher a year ago with 10 touchdowns, and tonight has run well for LR, now over 200 yards on the ground.
It's great, too, that Coach Cronick and they have such great faith in all of these backs. They use, it's not unusual us to have 10 guys carry the ball in a game.
Stevens again takes the handoff, running far side in front of the right hash mark. Short pickup on 2nd and 5. May get a 1-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4 now. Bears now facing a 3rd down situation. They were really good in 3rd down in that first half. Not so much. They just picked up a 3rd down conversion. I think, Jack, coming into this game, LR over 50% on 3rd down. They were in the top 10 of the country.
Bryce Hedliger is in there at left guard now, so that's another name, another freshman that, getting playing time again tonight in big game.
Cruz goes in motion. They go right side. Stevens trying to get to the first down. He's not going to get there to the 21.
Yeah, you got a decision time now. You go field goal or you go for it.
Boy, I like those white numerals. They're easy to spot.
See, yeah.
Yes, they do. See if the Bears go for it here. They're not sending anybody out.
Yeah, it's 4th and about 4, too. This is big decision time right here.
Bears on the far side hash mark. Near side here, it's the wide side of the field. They shift that way. Willingham under center. Maybe trying to draw Newberry offside here. Play clock down to 12. About 3 guys on the sidelines giving a bunch of hand signals. I don't know which one signals in the play, but the Bears under center. They take the snap. Willingham back to pass, throwing. Man open, caught, first down inside the 10. Goes Lester. Lester just underneath. Nice pitch and catch. Gets the first down. And a Bear first down to the 8-yard line. 1st and goal for LR.
Great play call.
Yes, it is. I tell you, Lanny, that rivals that call he made down at Wingate last year, throwing out of the end zone. I tell you what, I would never thought that was coming. I really thought that was a pretty good opportunity to kick that field goal and go up 20-10. But a lot of faith in that. And again, Lanny, that's another play off of that. We're talking about running that fullback inside. They turned, faked that fullback, and those linebackers have to, we've made enough yardage tonight. They have to respect it. And that opened up that little curl zone and a beautiful throw and catch.
Lanny, can you get an ear in on what Coach Cronick is talking with the officials about after this timeout?
You really want to know? he didn't like that they've got a player down because we were running a quick snap and we were ready to go. And, they're saying cramp, and I'm sure maybe it is, but he was not happy about the stoppage of play. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, anytime. This is not only
it's a momentum thing.
Yeah, it's not only a problem here tonight. You've seen this happen in college games almost every week, and even sometimes occasionally in the professional game. They don't run the plays quite as fast in the professional game, as they do in college. I think when who's the guy that was at Oregon, then he went to
Chip Kelly.
Chip Kelly. When he went to the Eagles and all that and tried that, they ran a lot of plays in a hurry. But they found out those pros are used to walking back to huddle and catching them 350-pound linemen catching a little breath back there before they go to the next play. So, that didn't last very long.
All I can say is I didn't see no hitch in his giddy-up as he left.
No, man, he might have been the designated I got a cramp player.
You're right.
1st and goal, Bears at the 8. Going to the open end. LR's going to run an option, and this is Mitchell trying to cut the corner and is met at the 9-yard line. Nobody, right, Mike, they missed the block on the corner on the option. and they'll throw Mitchell for the loss back to the 10, so it's going to be a loss of 2. Second and goal at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, both wide receivers over there. Mike saw it. They just both of them just missed their blocks out there, and there was nowhere to go. Might be a little halfback pass off that here in a minute. They throw a little halfback pass off that. That could be a good one.
Bears now will have one man in the backfield. They shift 2 receivers on the far. Here comes one in motion. Handoff. Stevens has a hole to the 5, to the 3. Touchdown! Stevens gets into the land of milk and honey, and the Bears touchdown maker of a year ago gets into the end zone tonight, and LR leads with 6:01 to go in the third. It's now 23-10.
You know what? Everybody in the ballpark was thinking they'll do anything but run the fullback off tackle. And what did we do? We ran the fullback off tackle for 10 yards and a touchdown. That's the way it works. Coach Cronick's play calling has been superb tonight.
Third rushing touchdown of the night for the Bears. 16-play, 76-yard drive, and the kick is up and good. With 6:01 to go, Bears tack on another. It's LR 24, Newberry 10. Back with more on the Bears Sports Network, powered by Carolina West Wireless.
This is the Pepsi that your father drank and your grandfather drank.
When I was your age, we worked for
And your grandmother, she drank it too before she met him.
That was quite the catch,
We know. This is the Pepsi that your Uncle Ted drank when rock sounded like this. And the one he drinks now that rock sounds like this. This is the
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Much needed touchdown and get the momentum back on their side to lead 24-10, and another kick by Norwood goes out of the end zone. Good to have him back kicking the football as well as he has off the kickoffs this year, and Newberry will start now at the 25, trailing by a pair of scores, 24-10 here in the South Atlantic Conference opener. Wonderful crowd here tonight between the bricks at Moret Stadium here at John David Moose Field. Bears trying to go to 3-0 on the season, ranked 8th in the nation. Newberry trying to avoid their first 0-3 start in 25 years. First down and 10 for the Red Wolves. They're going to run a double reverse, see if the Bears can stop to the 25-yard line. Artis is over there along with one of the other defenders.
Landon Scott.
Boy, nice play. They snuffed that out. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
They saw it on the backside. When I saw the receiver going back around, I looked over there, and our whole backside just stayed right at home. They were right where they were supposed to be.
Great responsibility football that time.
You got that right. That's a good call, Glenny. Responsibility is what it is. You have to play your position. Regardless of where the ball goes, when it goes away from you, sometimes you just have to be alert for it to come back your side.
Man, a few words and profound words. Lanny Ford, our sideline reporter.
I've never been told that.
I started to say, I listen to him in the morning sometimes. I hear a lot of words.
Back to pass, dump off, and a nice hit by Williams. Sherrod Williams was trying to fight off a block, and he fought through the block and just hammered the running back. Knocked him down, gain of 1, 3rd and 9. And I think he's going to go off the field. Landy, you got a chance to see it up close?
No, I felt that one. Have I told you thank you how much I like being down here?
Hey, I tell you what, if that's not the Ronnie Lott heavy hit, there's going to be a greater one somewhere along the line. That's a really good hit, too, and it was a clean hit. There was nothing wrong with that. He hit him shoulder to shoulder. No headgear at all.
Sherrod Williams, all-conference linebacker. Some scouts are looking at him perhaps down the road in the next level. Should have got all-conference linebacker a year ago. Didn't. First team.
From Newberry's standpoint right here. This
third down and long. Bears are under pressure, and down goes the quarterback. Another sack by that high-ranked Bears defense. That is Houston, along with Luba. And the front line gets their 3rd sack of the night, 13th on the season.
I saw Jimmy Long, the defensive line coach, before the game, and I told him, I said, Jimmy, you got those guys playing just exactly like you played. They are playing with so much enthusiasm, and he uses a bunch of guys. He's got some depth.
Sure has, and those guys.
They're man short.
They are man short, so they're going to have to call a quick timeout. Newberry does, trailing already by 2 touchdowns. They're going to have to punt it away, and the Bears should get decent field position with 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Again, some updates on the South Atlantic Conference scoreboard, brought to you by Fanfare, Union Square, downtown Hickory. It is Carson Newman leading Wingate. Notre Dame knocks off Fairmont. Notre Dame College, that is, 4th ranked in the nation. Mars Hill defeats Virginia Wise earlier today. And Tusculum defeats Limestone 38-10. 38-10, final score tonight there in the South Atlantic Conference. Got some updates for us?
I'm still looking for that Carson Newman update. That was a 6 o'clock start. Carson Newman 21-20 still is what's showing. Sometimes they don't update them real quick.
Just in case you're wondering, Clemson's up 14, 4.5 minutes into the game.
I started to say they were up 7-0 after 4 minutes, so they scored again quickly.
Yeah.
I've read somewhere in the papers this week, online somewhere, that money could not buy the exposure that Charlotte is getting by playing Clemson tonight. Here's a punt. It was nearly blocked by the Bears. It takes a Newberry roll. Duggar gets out of the way, and it's going to roll down to the 31. Well, money can buy. It was like an $800,000. I think, Lanny, was it $800,000 payout?
That's probably about right.
Yeah, and they probably drove down there this afternoon in 2 buses, and say didn't go down there last night and spend the night. They drove down there in 2 buses this afternoon. Not that far from Charlotte to Clemson.
Nope.
Matter of fact, they could have saved some money and dressed at home.
But I tell you, they have got off to a great start under Coach Healy.
They really have.
I mean, their offense has moved the ball. They moved it against Appalachian, over 600 yards.
Big series again for the Newberry defense. They have not slowed the Bears down tonight hardly at all. They need to put up a stop right here.
Bears give it to Bradley. Rajay Bradley gets over the 35 up to the 36.
I don't know if that was a planning play or not. He started right and then just planted his foot and came back around the other end. Their defensive end, number 55, is a real athlete. We've talked about him already several times tonight. He's a real athlete, a good-looking kid, too. He's got size. He's got speed. That's Keto Jordan. He's a senior, 6'2", 245. But he has really plays that position well. He's been in the right spot most every time tonight he's been needed.
2nd and 5. They send a man in motion that way. They run
left. He tripped in the backfield.
And he tripped and fell down to about the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39.
Yeah, he had the first down easy. He might have had a bigger play. And, again, the Bears just use that off-tackle play. That's just an old-fashioned off-tackle play. You block them, hand it to the fullback. He's running outside somewhere in the area of the tackle. It's kind of a run to daylight. But 3rd and short, and the Bears need to pick it up and keep this drive alive.
They send a man in motion, and the defensive end, as you mentioned, Jordan, he just takes a step to the outside, and they just run in the hole where he had left. 3rd and short. They shift right now. Man in motion goes that way. They turn and hand it off to Beaver, and he gets the first down. Tate Beaver. Fred T. Ford High product, 2 hands around the football. That number 44 gets a custom design group first down.
And Jace Jordan hadn't even touched the football in the second half. 96 yards rushing on 5 carries and hadn't even, I don't know if he's injured or not. He's, Landy, do you see 25 down there on the sideline?
I don't see anybody kind of off to the side or anything under training. No.
He really has had a great first half, but I haven't seen him carry the football.
Here's a handoff around the left-hand side, and this is the Bears' running ball is Ryan Carter, and he'll get it up to about the 43. That's a pickup of 1 on the play. We're down to 2 minutes to go here in the third. Bears on top here, 24-10. All their touchdown drives tonight have been by the long variety, haven't they, Mike? 16 plays, 76 yards on their last scoring drive.
That's pretty much what we do. Now we might hit a big play every once in a while, but our big plays usually are like Jordan did in the first half. Jace Jordan, he'd have a 25-yard run. That was a big play.
Back to pass, Willingham, play action. Throwing downfield for Starks, catches it first down, 30, 25, 20, breaks a tackle, stiff arm 5, and into the end zone. Drake Starks, Lordy, 58 yards and a touchdown. It broke about 3 tackles and into the land of milk and honey. And with that touchdown pass, Grayson Willingham passes Hall of Fame partner Jack Huss into 3rd place with his 32nd touchdown pass of his career.
I'll tell you what, that was a great throw, but it was a better run. Man, what a great run. Drake Starks just kept lumbering, and he pushing them off. And, that's what the Bears needed. That strike right there really kind of hurts because Newberry's got the kind of speed on defense. You just don't do that to them.
Tight end just running down the seam, broke a bunch of tackles. Looked like Mark Bavaro.
Chase Alba has really boosted. He has really kicked those balls through there. I mean, his extra points have been way back there to the scoreboard. That scoreboard's a long way from the back of the end zone.
So much for the long, sustained drives, 5 plays. 60 yards, and the Bears tack on another score.
I said we will hit a big play every once in a while, and that's what happens. We run the ball, and then we turn around and fake that fullback, and then we get that tight end down the middle, and we get another guy on the backside over there. But that was just a great run after the throw was made. It was a good throw, but more what a great run after it was over.
31-10 favor the Bears. Back with more on the Bears Sports Radio Network, powered by Carolina West Wireless.
In the middle of training, you're of course pushing yourself harder than usual, right? Well, when I felt a surge of knee pain, I wanted to push through, but I knew something was wrong. So I headed to Ortho Carolina Urgent Care. Since they're open nights and weekends with locations all over, it was easy to get the opinion of a certified orthopedic specialist, one I could trust and help me get back to training. Online appointment scheduling is now available. Just visit orthocarolina.com to schedule your appointment today. No referral necessary. That's orthocarolina.com.
Back here, Bears get another score. Biggest lead of the night now, 31-10. Norwood's kick down to the 4. Cook returns it, 20-25-30, slips a tackle, 35-40, and he'll be pushed out of bounds by the Bears. But not before a nice return will set up Newberry's offense. Will need to get something going right now.
Boy, I tell you what, there's their best play of the half right there. That really hurts. I tell you, we set ourselves up in a great position, then we let them run the kickoff back to the 40. Well, we didn't let them. They did it, with their great talent. But, man, there was a seam right there. We kicking the ball into the corner for a reason, okay? That limits where they can run the ball. They can only run the ball up the numbers on that side of the field. That's great kickoff by Norwood.
Bears had good pressure last time. Let's see if they can stop Newberry here. They hand it right side. That's Bailey. Running with the ball, he'll get the first down. Delayed handoff, pushed out of bounds by Williams over there. Logan Bailey, redshirt sophomore. His brother was the quarterback earlier tonight out of Chapin, South Carolina, and he picks up the yardage for about a 12-yard pickup into LR territory at the 42.
Hey, Juju.
Yep.
2-5 is down here, no helmet, no shoulder pads. I tried to get an update, and nobody wanted to talk to me.
Okay.
Hey, if I'm Newberry right now, I'm taking a shot down the field. This is something we had trouble with last week, was covering the deep ball. I'm taking a shot down the field, get a quick one, get back in this ball game before this quarter even runs out.
Play action. Looking down. They're going to throw it deep down the field, and they had a man open. He catches it. Touchdown. Beat the Bears down on the far side. Dove for the football. Boy, what a nice catch in the corner of the end zone over there. Newberry gets on the board with 41 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's LR 31, Newberry 16. Kitching's on the reception.
I was hoping I was going to be wrong, but I guess I wasn't.
Deshaun Kitchings, sophomore out of Aiken, gets the touchdown.
Great throw. Yeah, all they did was play action off the exact play they ran, and then just run one receiver deep and threw it up there to him. And they saw it last week. The Bears just couldn't cover it, and they didn't cover it again tonight. And it's going to be a long fourth quarter. Bears offense is going to really have to hold on to the football because now that they see what they can do, we're going to see that a few more times. We're going to really have to do well offensively to control the tempo of this game. 41
seconds to go here in the third. Newberry gets the extra point. Bears now lead 31-17. Back with more on the Lenoir-Rhyne Sports Network, powered by Carolina.
path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
Plays and they go 55 yards. You say 2 plays, Mike? And 55 yards. They get the touchdown. It's 31-17. They kick it deep this time. This is Godfrey at the 5, trying to go left. He's being hemmed around and gets knocked down at the 18-yard line. Bryson Godfrey, transfer from Coastal Carolina, and Alexander Central High product. That time they hemmed him in, so the Bear offense in the late stages of the third quarter going to be backed up here as they start this next possession. As you said, Jack, this is a big possession for the Bear offense after Newberry just went down and scored.
Well, they found the weakness. Now, I'm surprised it took them this long to do it, but it was set up for a perfect play there after the big run. They had the ball deep in our territory. Take that shot deep. You're in 3-down territory. Once you're 3 touchdowns down, you're in 3-down territory. Now they're only 2 touchdowns down. If the defense can hold right here, they know they're back in the ball game.
Bears get wide splits. 2 tight ends handed off to Stevens. Bulls his way forward across the 20, up close to the 25. They'll mark it at the 24. 5-yard pickup for Amin Stevens. Beaver checks in now at fullback, and Stevens comes out as we are having a rolling clock. We're down to Stevens 17. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, 45.
I saw 33 in there. He must have been blocking. That's Kane Cruz. He must have been the blocker in front of him. He was getting up over here. You know, we've got so many guys we can use at that position.
Definitely by committee. Cruz goes in motion. They hand it to Beaver, has the first down running. He'll get it over the 30 up to the 33-yard line. Again, they're running off tackle, just an old-fashioned tackle fullback running that way. The Bears get the first down at the end of the third quarter. When we come back, LR will have it at their own 34-yard line, leading 31-17 in this South Atlantic Conference opener. You're listening to Bear Football, powered by Carolina West Wireless on the Lenoir-Rhyne Sports Radio Network.
Middle of training.
Chevrolet Buick GMC is ready for another exciting football season. Everett has been a proud sponsor of the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears for 25 years, and we wish the Bears a safe and successful season. And August means it's all systems go for another winning season with the Carolina Panthers. We have a tradition of winning in the Carolinas, and when you want to be a winner in the car, truck, or SUV game, come see the sales and service champions at Everett, because if you didn't get an Everett deal, you dropped the ball, baby. Woo!
I love being busy in my garden. I got flowers to plant and beds to clean out. When I was feeling really tired and not like myself, I saw a doctor. Look at me now. The doctors were good, they worked with me, and they laughed with me. I'm back to doing everything I love. I needed a doctor, and I found the expert for my heart.
Back here as we start the fourth quarter of play, Lenoir-Rhyne Football and the Bears Sports Network, brought to you by Fanfare, Dunkin' Donuts, and Blowing Rock Brewery. Juju Phillips, Jack Huss, Mike McCree, Lanny Ford, and our cast of thousands. Glad you are aboard as the Bears lead here. They hand it to Beaver straight up the middle, and he bulls his way forward close to midfield. Tate Beaver having maybe his finest game in a Bear uniform. He switched positions this year to fullback from linebacker, and he peels off a nice big run of about 15. Up the midfield, 1st and 10, they give it to him again. Off the right side, 6 more yards for Beaver.
You know, what's amazing about this offense is we're running plays that you would think, wouldn't work that successfully. But just the little fake that Willingham made on the run before this one, he made a little fake away and then handed it back to Beaver, and boy, it just popped right up the middle, and Beaver made him pay with a nice run.
And again, the Bears are going to have a tight formation. One receiver far side, that's Hampton. Starks in at tight end. He split out from the tackle, and the 2 guys, the wingbacks. Under center goes Willingham. Beaver behind him at fullback. Handoff. Beaver plows forward. He'll get it close. Still driving forward. Has the first down to the 39. Another custom design group, Bears first down for Fred T. Ford High product here in Hickory, Tate Beaver.
One of the things, again, I mentioned this earlier, but one of the things that helps the Bears is Newberry has pretty much been in that 4-man line, 2 linebackers, 5 defensive backs all night. And they haven't stunted. They haven't moved around a lot. We know where they are, and that makes it a little easier for us to block them. If you know where they're going to be, anytime a team is moving around like we do on defense and bringing linebackers like we do, sometimes it's a little more difficult. They've sat in the same defense all night.
First down, Bears. Here's a jet sweep to Mitchell. Has a hole, 35-yard line, and pushed out of bounds at about the 33. That's a pickup of 7. Bears attacking the right-hand side, running inside, and this time running outside. Lanny, they're coming right at you. Let's go down to the sidelines. Lanny Ford, our sideline reporter.
We've seen a different offense come out here tonight. They're going back to Lenoir-Rhyne football and just kind of pounding and grinding it out. He's still getting a lot of different kids into play, though.
And what will happen, too, in a minute, just like we did earlier, he'll fake that little thing, and he'll slip that tight end down the middle or one of those back somewhere, and the next thing you know, we'll have some yardage.
Checking in at tight end is Will Neal. He'll be along the left-hand side.
That's the third tight end that's been in tonight.
Yes, it has. Here's a delayed handoff to Bradley. Didn't go anywhere. It was kind of the old-fashioned, what do you call that? The pull a guard in front of him, and Bradley kind of like a delayed draw.
Yeah,
no yardage that time.
And the Bears, that was not a good play because the Bears had been quick hitting, taking it right down the field, and all of a sudden that delay play, when they're standing there in the back, our linemen like to come off the ball and hit those guys, and they want that back running by them. That time the linemen were going to have to hold their blocks an awful long time, and they just couldn't do it.
3rd and 5, 12:28 to go in the ball game. Bears lead by 2 touchdowns. Jet sweep to Mitchell, turns it up, gets the first down inside the 30-yard line down to the 29. Goes Jaquay Mitchell. You've been saying it all night, Jack. Instead of going around the end to put your foot in the turf and cut it up the field, that time he did.
And that's exactly right. That's why he made the first down. That was a smart play. Our backs run smart most of the time. You don't see them trying to force the ball somewhere. We do it enough in practice. Coach Cronick practices over and over and over where these plays are supposed to hit, but then you take the path of least resistance from there and work with it.
12 minutes to go here. Bears marching again. Flag coming. See what the call is. As the center for Lenoir-Rhyne, Jefferson, making his first start as a freshman.
He said they jumped on that.
Everybody moved but the center and the quarterback.
Yeah, but they said the defense jumped first. That's what the center said. Now, he might have been the alibi because he didn't snap the ball. Let's see which way it goes.
I don't know if the officials know for sure.
Offside defense.
Newberry.
He was right. At 54, the center there in his first start, who's that? Blake
Jefferson.
Yeah, he pointed immediately toward the official and said they were offside, pointed toward them.
1st and 5 now for the Bears.
There's been a ton of those penalties. Newberry is just, I don't know how many they've had, but it's just way too many.
They had led the league with averaging 11 a game. They're probably
they're over that. They had 9 at halftime, and
1st and 5 now for the Bears at the 24.
It's those little ones like that hurt you, though.
Handoff Bradley tries to find a hole. No room to run for the redshirt freshman. Bears third fullback tonight, and it's going to bring up 3rd down in about 4.
No, it's second.
Second and 4. Excuse me, you're right. Yep.
And that's the thing about it, though. They don't force us into a passing situation here because we're in field goal range already. But, right now what we want is points every time we get the ball. If we get points every time we get the ball from here in, we're going to win the football game.
Play clock's down to plenty of time, 15. Another second down. Call it 5, 2nd and 5. No pickup there on 1st down.
They jumped again.
Jeez.
Let's see what it's going to be now.
The Bears left tackle, Clifton, who's a senior, jumped for the Bears.
Yeah, but they jumped first, I think.
Yeah, he caught the defensive end.
Okay.
Yeah, he made contact, too. I believe it's got to be on Newberry. It is. Yeah, I mean, that's at least 12 or 13 of those penalties. I mean, that's at 5 yards a clip. We're well over 60 yards on just that little penalty right there. That's 10 first. I mean, that's 6 first downs.
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness. You can't do that. You got to be better at that. And, we had trouble with it early in the game with the offense.
That's a lot of hidden yardage.
It shows up big time on the stat sheet, though.
1st and 10. Bears have it inside the 20. Play action. Willingham rolling left. Nobody
out
there.
Keeps boy. Run,
15. And
good job.
Spun down close to the 11. That's a pickup of 8.
He had one receiver, and there were 2 guys covering him. If he'd have thrown that ball, it would have been nothing but bad news. He made a smart decision. He pulled that ball down and got it down there and made a 2nd down in about 4.
Oh, okay.
Good job.
2nd and 3. Handoff, Stevens has a hole. Head down inside the 10, down to the 7. That should be good enough for another first down. Custom Design Group brings us the Bears first down. The official clothier of Lenoir-Rhyne Athletics. Bears quickly up to the line. Willingham under center.
Either the fullback or the sweep.
He fumbles the snap and falls down at the 10.
Boy, you don't see, I don't remember that happening hardly at all last year. This year it's happened a couple times, but we got a new center. And I think what happened there was the snap might have been a little late because it looked like Grayson was trying to pull out. They had that jet sweep going. But we had them. We had them over here. If you look by alignment, the jet sweep had them right there.
Under 10 minutes to go in the game. Bears lead by a pair of touchdowns, 31-17. They shift their linemen again. Second down and goal. They look to the sidelines. They got a fullback in there. I believe that's Bradley. It is.
Probably going to be just a straight handoff here. That's what we usually do when we get in trouble.
They hand it on the jet sweep to Cruz. He cuts back inside the 5, spins down to the 2. Kane Cruz, nice balance by the sophomore out of Brunswick, Georgia, gets down to the 2-yard line.
You probably saw the same thing I did, Mike, you and Juju, but if he'd have planted a little bit earlier, he'd have been in the end zone. He just needed to plant that foot just a little bit sooner and duck that thing in there.
Third down and goal. Handoff Bradley, and he's knocked down, no gain.
Now that makes it interesting. Now you're down here in this fourth down.
See if they go for it here. They're going to check in some guys, and looks like the Bears are going to go for it. Beaver checks in at fullback.
Bunch of tight ends.
Couple of tight ends. They bring Maggio in and Will Neal. They got 3 tight ends in there. Mitchell checks in at wide receiver, so see what the Bears call. It's fourth down and goal at the 3.
Naked bootleg right here. I guarantee you he'd score. Fake that fullback in there.
Crowd rises.
He's gonna let it run down and gonna call timeout.
And he does. Bears call the quick timeout. And they're going to call and, let's see, think about it a little bit. A little discussion over there. See if they send the field goal unit out or see what they're going to do here.
This is unusual. Coach Cronick has walked away from the huddle. He came back away from the huddle. Now he's walking back toward him. When he walked back toward the bench, that automatically made me think, Lanny, that he was going to get the field goal team out there.
You were talking about the bootleg that he does. In the wing T offense, that's called the waggle, and you usually pull the guards, or at least the backside guard, and that's been there all day. And even when you run the sweep like they're running, that's one of those where you plant and turn up field. You don't string that out like a typical sweep.
Well, that's what, if I were going to do something here, where's the ball exactly? Is it on the
2-yard line?
2-yard line. Okay. I mean, we can run any play. If we ran the fullback off tackle, wouldn't surprise me in the least. Okay? We could run the jet sweep. I would not run the option play in this situation because it's not a staple of what we do, but that little waggle bootleg would be a great play to run in this situation. If he gets outside, then he could run it in, or he could dump it to a tight end or somebody in the flat.
We're kicking a field goal.
Yep. I don't blame him. 3 points right here, that makes it 34-17. It doubles the score up. I think this is a smart play.
8:20 to go in the ball game. Bears trying to go up 3 scores. And in essence, this is an extra point. Ball set at the 10. It'll be a 20-yard kick. Snap, hold, kick, high enough.
Right down the middle.
Indeed it does. Right down Center Street. The field goal is good. Bears lead 34-17. We'll take a quick timeout, come back with more. Final 8 minutes of the South Atlantic Conference opener. We're glad you're aboard. WSVM Radio 96.5 and the Bears Sports Network, powered by Carolina West Wireless.
Quality work that...
Oh, this? I was playing catch a little too hard with the dog. He's got quite an arm. I've been through this before. It'll be better in a couple of days. Probably.
Visit one of Ortho Carolina's specialists right away by logging on to orthocarolina.com. Leave the waiting to this guy.
Come on, honey.
Ortho Carolina. You improved.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Bears get their second field goal tonight by Chase Elbaugh. The lead here 34-17, just under 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the ball game. Bears up by 3 scores. 17-play drive, Jack, for 55 yards when LR's held it tonight for some long scoring drives. Yep. They had a quick touchdown pass on a 5-play drive, but their offense has had maybe their most solid performance, minus the penalties and a couple of fluke turnovers in the first half. They've really done well tonight.
Well, they came out in the second half and did, I think Lanny described it as Lenoir-Rhyne football. You know, we used to in the wishbone, and we have in this offense for 2 years, we can grind it and eat clock with what we do. And that really helped there. I don't know how long that drive was. It was at least 4 to 5 minutes long, and it was only 55 yards.
Well, we started the fourth quarter, so you're looking at a 7-minute drive.
And without the fumble snap, we may have 7. Boy, that's a good one.
Yeah, Norwood, a nice long kick again. I think the ball got caught in the lights, and the receiver just let it go, and it bounces through the end zone. So Newberry gets it at the 25. That's where they'll start, 1st and 10. Bears lead here 34-17, trying to go to 3-0 in the Division II ranks and move up in the rankings. And you look at some of the national scores today, Jack, and no big upsets, at least I saw. There are a couple of big games under the lights tonight, but a lot of the non-conference teams are still non-conference for some of these schools, and they're running up the points, 40, 50, 60 points.
Yeah, but you go and look at the Division I schools, we were looking at the number of 66 points, 76 points, 55 points.
Newberry out of the shotgun, a quick throw over here to the man who was in motion, and he finds a hole 30, 35-yard line. Run out of bounds or tripped out of bounds by Duggar, not before Kitchings gets the reception. He caught a long touchdown pass moments ago.
The key to that play was the wide receiver over here got Landon Collins, and Landon couldn't get away from him.
There was a reason for that.
Yeah, he was holding him. You know what, Landy, though, your defensive backs are used to covering people. They're not used to getting off blocks sometimes, and we've had a lot of trouble with that tonight. Their wide receivers have done a really good job of blocking our defensive backs on those wide throws, and they're getting the ball to the playmakers. They got a bunch of playmakers, okay?
Yeah.
Bunch of guys that can go the distance, and they're getting the ball in their hands as quick as they can.
First down now for the Red Wolves. Play action, back to pass.
Going deep again if he can.
Try to scramble, and you just throw it out of bounds. It is caught by Kitchings. Did he catch it in bounds?
I don't think he did because no official ran over to mark it.
Incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. Clock stops. 7.5 minutes to go. Newberry tried to climb back in here, trailing 34-17, trying to go avoid their first 0-3 start in 25 years. And the Bears trying to go 3-0.
Yeah, and what the Bears don't want here is to give up a quick score. At least take some time off the clock.
2nd and 10, quarterback dumps it off out here to the tight end. Nice tackle. Gordon was the tight end. Undercut by Scott. Boy, nice play in the open field by Landon Scott. Gain of 3, 3rd down and 7 now for Newberry.
Was he conference defensive player?
He did. 2 tackles, 2 interceptions a week ago. Sure was.
You know, he kind of got by us. We were looking at, we were going to play it a week like we didn't think about him with 2 interceptions. That was big last week.
3rd down, 7 minutes to go in the game. 3rd and a long 7.
They're keeping everybody in the block.
Back to pass, Harris. Over here, it is caught.
Tackle.
Flag down.
Tackle.
And they do.
Tackle.
They do get the receiver down finally. That's Johnson. Shy of the first down, and we'll see what the flag's about here.
It's probably holding. The thing about it is, what are you going to do now if you coach Cronick? You can be 4th down and 8, or you can be 3rd down and about 17. You know, what are you going to do? Do you think they might get if they go 4th and about 8, he may not punt it. Time's running out. He's down 17 with 6:51 to go. He knows he's probably going to go for it.
Coach Cronick up here talking to the Bears. Defensive coordinator Joel Taylor, who's up in the booth tonight.
Yeah, he's going to do you know what he thinks is the best thing to do right here. They're going to stay on the field. I can't see him punting. Oh wow. Well, so much for me. I mean, you're down 17 and 6:51 to go. Well, 6 of the clock's running. You know, and a fake right here wouldn't be a very good play. We didn't even put the punt return team. This is the defense. See, we're not even playing punt return. We're playing defense.
And here's the punt. End over end kick. High enough. Duggar calls for a fair catch.
Yeah, he kicked it off the side of his foot, too. It wasn't his best punt, but
18-yard
that's a little bit
line.
of a shocker there. I thought he might. I mean, you know, what's the worst thing that could happen? They take the ball down, score again. It's 41-17. But,
Yeah.
you almost got to go for it right there.
So the Bears are going to get it. The offense is at a fine night tonight. Sustained drives, 3 long sustained drives that have resulted in touchdowns. 1 sustained drive, 17 plays are resulted in a field goal. So, and a quick touchdown on a pass for Grayson Willingham. And tonight the Bears offense rushing close to 300 yards, season high. So they're doing a fine job tonight offensively, and they'll get the ball back now at the 19 with 6.5 minutes to go in the ball game, leading 34-17. Try to improve to 3-0 on the season, and next week go on the road at Mars Hill, but we still got 6.5 minutes to go. Willingham is under center now with Beaver back at fullback behind him. He'll hand it to Tate, head down, forward, up to the 22. He reminds me a little bit of those fullbacks that Army-Navy have. I mean, just plows forward every time. Positive yardage.
We used to have backs like that we played against, and Coach Cornwell, I remember our defensive coach, they would call them pluggers. They just could plug in there and just plug it and plug it and plug it and, gain yardage on you.
Hey, I spoke about Army-Navy, and I had a chance to see something online this week. Michael Patrick, a former Bear great, played about 3 or 4 different positions.
Yeah.
We used to call him the Swiss Army knife. He is now a play caller, offensive coordinator for the Navy Prep School.
Wow.
And he got his first win as an offensive coordinator last week. And there's some former Bear players and coaches that were in the news last week. Charlie Fisher, the offensive coordinator and offensive coach at Arizona State for Herm Edwards.
Oh, big
got
win.
that big upset win over Michigan State. And as we said, former LR head coach Ian Shields for Jacksonville. They win at Presbyterian last week. So good all the way around for some former Bear coaches and former Bear players, especially Michael Patrick.
Iowa State scored 72 points today, okay? Wake Forest scored 49 points. Indiana scored 38. Michigan State 31. Army 52 points. Coastal Carolina 62. Nobody playing defense.
Pitt scored a bunch and beat Central Florida.
35-34.
Yeah, that's big. First down for the Bears. Beaver again. No, second down, 2nd and 7. He is upended, but not before he picks up about 5. So it's going to bring up 3rd and short now at the 27. The Bears got to get to the 29. Clock rolling. 5:55 to go in the ball game.
Yeah, a good drive right here could end the game. They could actually run this clock out. Let's see what they do here. I believe it's going to be power this way. We moved. Jason Poe, dadgummit.
So did they.
Jason Poe. Yeah, but they didn't move across the line. That's got to be on us. They have to move across the line and touch somebody or cause us to move. And Jason Poe, he's a veteran and All-American. He just didn't, he just came out of his stance. And see, those are the little things. Coach Connick mentioned that, you remember, in his talk?
Sure did.
He said it's little things like that. And those are the things right there. If we go from a 3rd and 2 to a 3rd and 7, now it's a totally different play call. And you may bring pass into, but you definitely bring punt into the equation if we don't make it. And the way they run kickoffs back, they may run punts back too. You don't want to do anything at this point in the game just to give up easy field position or to give up any kind of a quick score.
We're going to have to call a timeout here. Play clock's down to 1, and they do. Bears took their time getting the play in, and so they call a timeout. The clock's down to 5:19 to go in the game. LR leading here 34-17. 3rd down and 7. We'll take a quick timeout, come back with more on the Bears Sports Radio Network. Helmets. Willingham's in the gun, standing at his own 17, looking to the sidelines.
I thought they might go to the little waggle pass again. That little waggle job, get him outside where he can run or throw, might have been a great call here. But
back to
we're
pass.
just going straight drop back.
And
Boom.
finds a man open, caught for the first down. That's Hampton. He just curled up there, found a little seam over the 30-yard line up to the 35, and a critical 3rd down conversion. Willingham connects with another veteran wide receiver for the Bears, Hampton, for the first.
I'm really impressed with Grayson's pocket presence tonight. We've done that about 3 times. He's just taken the ball, looked at one side of the field, had a little curl route and a little companion route to the outside, and that little curl's been wide open, and he just put it right on the money.
1st and 10, fresh set of downs, rolling clock. Bears run a sweep to Mitchell, follows his blockers and gets a block, is in the open. At the 50, at the 40, into Newberry territory. Tackled from behind down to the 32-yard line. Lanny, you had a chance to see that. They were coming right at you. Then he followed his blocker, Jaquay Mitchell did, for a big gain.
He did a great job, and you had a receiver 13 down here. Once he saw he was coming this way, turned around, tried to pick up a block, and he was really just one block away from taking that one to the house.
And Tate Beavers, you mentioned, Juju, was out in front of that play all the way down there. He did a heck of a job right there. Tate Beavers seemed like he's really done something in practice to impress the coaches to get this much playing time tonight.
Wearing that number 44 maybe.
That could be it. That's a good number to have. There's 37 in there in the backfield right now, Mike.
Yes, sir.
First down, Bears have it.
And 33 right here.
And this is Kane Cruz. He's tackled. Bears try to run off tackle and gets thrown back. It's going to be a loss on the play. That's still rolling clock, down to 4 minutes to go in the game. Bears up 17.
That's the little sweep play out of the shotgun. It never seems to be quite as good a play from the shotgun as it does when we run it from the snap under center. I don't know if it just takes a little. Well, it might, because it shows so quickly. All of a sudden you see the ball and then the defense knows it's not passed. Now, we probably got a halfback pass we haven't used off one of these actions that you're going to see in a game coming up in the future. Won't use it tonight because it wouldn't do us any good.
Bears go to Mars Hill next week, and Mars Hill beat Virginia Wise today 21-14 for their first conference win. Handoff, Bradley tries to bounce it and doesn't get outside and is tackled in the field of play, so the clock continues to roll down to 3 minutes, 3:15 to go in the game. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10 now for the Bears.
And they know we're not going to throw it probably to stop the clock. Incompletion stop the clock. Interception's worse. So they're just up there real close to the line of scrimmage now, playing run all the way.
Do you sneak a tight end down the middle of the field like we did earlier?
Here again, this little waggle pass has been the one play where we've been able to get outside almost every time we've run it. And then he's got the option to run or throw, because this might be a stretch for a field goal, and you wouldn't want to take a chance on a block from here, and you probably don't need 3 more points anyway.
Bears back to pass. Willingham downfield throws a curl pass. 25-yard line, shy of the first down.
Yep.
Pickup of 8 on the play. It's going to bring up 4th and 2. Clock down to 2.5 to go in the game. Should they go on 4th down here?
Well, I don't know that you'd want to kick a field goal right here. Again, 3 points doesn't help you that much, and the block field goal would be disastrous. I'd go for it and leave them down here. The worst thing that happened, they'll be on the 25-yard line.
It's like a long punt here. 4th and short. Bears under center. Willingham looking to the sidelines. And play clock down to 12.
He could let it run down and call timeout. We've got 1 left.
2:05. Rolling clock. They give it on the sweep to Cruz, and he slips and falls down. Tried to cut it up the field, and I don't know if he may have hurt his knee, guys.
I don't think he made it.
He may have hurt his knee. Let's see if he gets up okay. He didn't make it, no.
No, he tried to turn up, and he just slipped. The feet went out of money. But we had it. He had the first down. That was a good play call right there. We had it blocked well, too. Sometimes good play calls, if they're not blocked well, don't look too good, do they, Lanny?
No, sir, they do not.
I think King Cruz sprained his ankle.
I'm not sure if it's ankle or knee, but when he planted it, twisted on him.
Yeah, it kind of buckled a little bit.
The Bears give it up on downs, and with under 2 minutes to go in the game, here comes Newberry trailing by 17, 34-17. Bears seem to have this game in the bag.
Duggar's got to play center field now the rest of the game. He's just got to sit and play center field.
There's a tackle on the completed pass underneath. Jackson coming up and just hammering the wide receiver, short pickup actually up to about the 25 of 2. 2nd and 8. Ball stays in bounds. Rolling clock, under 1:40 to go in the game. Again, back to pass. Looking is Harris. Rolling left, throwing it incomplete. I don't know who he was throwing it to, but it falls incomplete.
He was throwing to number 5, but he missed him quite a bit.
Yeah,
and I'm not so sure he just didn't throw that ball away. He was trying to really throw a rifle shot down there.
Bobby Irby.
I tell you, they've got some real talented people. Your receivers and everything, they just don't, they hadn't been able to put together those good drives where they put 6, 7, 8, 10 plays together and put it in the end zone.
3rd down, rolling is the quarterback, Harris, trying to run for the first down, and He does. Skips out of bounds at the 38, first down, Red Wolves with 1:26 to go. I'm not so sure their offense, Jack. They don't seem to have a system. They just run a bunch of different plays to see what works.
Well, it's most of their system is that guy right there, number one.
Yeah, the quarterback.
He may very well lead the Carolina. He may lead the sack in total offense this year because he's going to run the ball. He's going to throw the ball. He's going to have a lot of stats.
1st and 10. Here's a completion. Bears give the receiver plenty of room. That's Kitchings.
They're going to stay.
He gets over the 50 and into LR territory.
They're going to stay and make them throw it in front of them and run that clock. That's what they're going to do.
1:15 to go. Bears are going to win the sack opener and drop Newberry to 0-3 for the first time in 25 years.
Bears call timeout. They weren't liking the lineup that they had there somehow or another, whatever they did wrong. They had one timeout left and might as well use it there because it's only a minute 13.
Former LR head coach Mike Keller got a win today for Glenville State. Knocks off his old team, Concord, 27-20. And we're waiting on the Carson Newman Wingate update, Jack.
It's 28-26. I just updated it a second ago. It's still 28-26.
Carson Newman leading Wingate. That game in the second half started at the same time we did.
They're showing third quarter, but that just means it hadn't been updated.
Yeah.
They would not be that much further behind us.
Catawba's playing UNC Pembroke tonight. That's a 7 o'clock kick is underway. And the other big game in the Division II rankings, West Alabama, 24th in the nation, against number 1 Valdosta at Valdosta State tonight. Here it's LR 34 and Newberry 17. Bears lead here. 1:13 to go in the game. LR's led throughout. The game was tied at 1.33. Bears broke on top in the first half. Back to pass. Harris dumps it off. Running back.
You gotta get
nice
out of bounds.
tackle in the open field by Sherrod Williams.
They got to call timeout now. Well, they're not.
Loss of 4 on the
do
play.
any good. Yeah, he's got to get out of bounds right there.
Yeah, warm up the bus, Lanny. You're right. Second down and 12.
Be a
Back to pass.
great
Harris.
time for him to get a pick.
Or a sack here. Scrambling is Harrison. Williams knocks him down, and the ball comes loose.
Bears get it. Bears should have it.
See if Newberry got it back.
There was only one guy over there.
That was Luba. I think it's Luba. Nope. Somebody, one of the defensive linemen, number 90.
Hey, is that, no, wait a minute,
That's 60.
right here.
Yeah.
99? Is there a 99?
98.
Okay.
Rashad Yelding, redshirt freshman out of Daphne, Alabama. Has a brother also plays for the Bears. The Bears get a turnover tonight. And that should wrap it up with 39 seconds to go. But a strip sack by Sherrod Williams forces the fumble. Yelding recovers, and the Bears are set up in the victory formation.
My favorite play.
Willingham takes the knee. He's played a fine game tonight. Of course, Grayson, the redshirt junior, told us earlier that, hey, he's honored to lead Lenoir-Rhyne as a quarterback for the Bears, one of the co-captains. Says he's honored to have the players look up to him. Jackie told me the best part about being an LR quarterback. Guess what it might be?
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of good things about it. And that young man right there.
He loves to spend time in the film room.
Yeah, well, he wasn't here when I was here. If he'd been here when I was here, you wouldn't want to be in that film room. Only time you were in the film room was when the coaches were in there, and they weren't always being nice to you.
In the quarterback's room, and tonight, Willingham and the Bears offense comes alive with a solid performance, knocking off Newberry tonight in the South Atlantic Conference opener between the Bricks. The Bears have now won 13 games in a row in the regular season. 34-17 as they knock off Newberry tonight. Newberry falls to 0-3 on the season. LR getting an outstanding rushing attack by the Bears, running back by committee. We'll have to find out what happened to Jace Jordan, who had a great first half, rushed for nearly 100 yards, making his LR debut. I'm not so sure that maybe his job may have given him some problems. Anything was wrapped up, no leg or shoulder, any ice on him, so it may be a concussion or some type of thing. We'll have to get an update on that. But the Bears put together a solid performance tonight, a couple of first-half turnovers. They cleaned it up in the second half and win going away 34-17 to knock off Newberry with a road game coming up at Mars Hill. We're waiting to hear from head coach Drew Cronick and Lanny Ford down on the sidelines. We'll take a quick timeout, and Lanny, come back to you and get Coach Cronick. But first, you're listening to Lenoir-Rhyne Football on the Bears Sports Network, powered by Carolina West Wireless.